I'm just going to fade up some black about now.
All right, well, welcome everybody to the 1996 SFL Grand Final between Western Suburbs and Pennant Hills. And as we look at the two sides, Western Suburbs in their traditional black and whites of the Magpies, and Pennant Hills are the Demons in their blue and red. Pennant Hills are having a very successful day so far, winning both third grade and second grade. In fact, the scores in the early games, Pennant Hills 6-5-41 beat Borkham Hills 5-6-36, and in reserve grade, Pennant Hills 5-9-39 beat North Shore 5-7-37. I'm Simon Kelly, and with me is Damien Phillips for this 1996 Grand Final. I think we might be in for a pretty good contest, Damien.
I think, Simon, it's going to be a terrific contest and a terrific day. The wind has picked up throughout the day, but still I think the contest will be red hot.
Yes, of course, so these sides meeting in the second semi-final, and Western Suburbs absolutely giving it to them by 97 points. We're going to have the national anthem come up, and I think West have an unchanged side since that second semi, and they're looking for their first premiership since 1977 in the SFL, while Pennant Hills have been in the SFL for about 20 odd years and are still yet to register an SFL premiership win, and this will be their third grand final, in fact, and their second grand final in a row. We might just pause here for the quarter of the 90. Here we are for the start of the first quarter of the 1996 Grand Final. Of course, the field umpires are Nick Angelos, Michael Forbes and Kevin Mead. Congratulations to those three gentlemen, and I do hope they have a good game, because if they don't, I'll be telling them about it. Damien, 20-goal turnaround, can Pennant Hills change?
Well, Pennant Hills have the game on the board here for them. They got beaten in the grand final last year, so the motivation should be there. They got beaten in the second semi-final very convincingly, not dissimilar to last year against Campbelltown. So you'd like to think that maybe they could turn it around. But West, they also have a lot to play for in terms of going out in the finals the last couple of years. I just see their strength in terms of on the ground with their midfielders, and as well as their height in the forward line. Might just be a bit too strong for Pennant Hills today.
All right, now Pennant Hills are going from left to right on your screen, and Western Suburbs kicking down to the Kevin Beachy scoreboard end. Coming off for the Western Suburbs boys on the bench are Greg Masters, Jason Catlin and Paul Casey. While for Pennant Hills on the bench, Chris Rasidas, Ian Wheatley and Dean Wilkinson. All right, we're just about to start. Umpire Kevin Mead's going to take the bounce of the ball, and here we go. The grand finale for 1996. Mick Partridge is still in the ruck. Goes over to Odgers. Odgers kicks it straight down to Lenton, and Jason Clark butters up for Pennant Hills. He kicks it a bit too far, and it goes out of bounds on the full.
Simon, they've got to be wary of that wind in that pocket. It's really blowing across into that pocket, so they must be wary of where they're kicking to.
Brent Costello is the recipient of the free. He goes inboard to Nathan Lenton, who might even back himself for having a shot here. He's on 50. Nathan Lenton, half forward flank. Kicks long. He'd be looking for Beverstock. There's a bit of holding up there, and I think you'll find that Young Yard will get the free kick for Pennant Hills.
Again, he must aim to the right side of the goalpost there if he's going to make sure he gets a shot
Yard
goal.
turns the free kick into a free handball, and then he proceeds to muck it up. And it's kicked off the ground. I think it has been touched. The West boys went up early expecting Fiddler to kick the ball off the ground, but it was only 1 point. So Western Suburbs on the board. They're 1 point. Pennant Hills yet to score. Johnny Murray looking for some options, decides to come straight down the middle of the ground. Lynch is in front there for West, and he'll take the mark. Holding. Oh no, Odgers was over the shoulder for Brawny. So off Brawny goes. Kicking towards centre half forward. He'd be looking for Big Benno at the back. He doesn't get it. Odgers butters up for West. Kicks it towards centre half forward, and there's Beverstock. Tried the handball over to Lenton. Lenton gave another handball over to Costello. Costello looks like he's going to kick it out of bounds on the full. He does so, and Tony Regan's off. Kicking across goals. He finds Simon Harrison. Harrison goes for a bounce. He's on half back, goes for another bounce. Oh, Joey Cormack came in and gave the goal 1-2. Harrison doesn't do well with his disposal. Tassie Freeney caught with the ball, and umpire Nick Angelos says that he didn't have a real lot of time to get rid of it.
Simon, it's interesting that Pennant Hills are attacking on the attacking side of the ground. I believe that playing on this side of the ground, closest to the trees here, would be the side for a defending side up into the wind. But interesting they're going that way.
All right, Pennant and Hodges in the ruck. Hodges gives it over to Blake McDonald, who chips it out of bounds on the full. So some of the disposal not good by the players. Would we be putting it down to nerves, Damien?
I think so. Early on in the grand final, everyone's a little bit nervous, a bit itchy to get going. They'll settle down and play will start to look a lot better.
All right, Cameron Colville got the free kick. He gave it over to Dixon. Dixon's kick is knocked off the boot. Young Carey will get it from Lenton, and I think Michael might have been staging for the 50 there. Didn't get it. Just kicks up forward and finds Barnaby Howarth. Barnaby Howarth comes to this side of the ground looking for Paul Goulet. Goulet on the wing. He handballs back to Howarth. Not a real good handball. They couldn't have been it. Howarth butters up all right. He kicks it up looking for Brawny. And a good mark there by Brawny. Had a great second semi.
Good support play by Barnaby Howarth there.
Brawny, outside 50. You'd be looking for Randall Green or Craig Headland at the back there. But Big Bennett takes the mark. No mark played. Oh.
The umpire decided that might have been touched off somebody else's hands before he took the grab.
Well, I think he had enough control to giving that one to the big fella.
I agree too, Simon.
We're about 15 metres out. Angelos bounces the ball, and it's Hodges and Bennett in ruck. Headland's with Chris Marr leading the race for the ball, and it goes out of bounds on the 50-metre line. Half forward for Pennant Hills. Hodges again up against Bennett, and Partridge will probably come over the top for West. He does so. Blake Donald gets it over to Costello. Costello kicks it to the wing. Carey's there by himself. He has a bit of time. He looks towards 40. He's looking for Bennett again. Oh, they've come over the top and absolutely given him one. Hodges over to Lee Urquhart. Lee Urquhart just gives it, and Barnaby Howarth.
Having an early influence on the game.
Showing a bit, he's gone backwards. He's got a bit of the jitters, but he gives it down to Chris Yard. Yard is looking up forward for Matthews, who then got hit. Matthews gives it over to Chris Marr. They've decided to play advantage. Randall Green comes on the lead from Eckers, and he'll have a shot for a goal. Not a bad lead up there by Pennant Hills.
Actually, it was a good piece of play. Led into the dead pocket, though. Might be a little bit difficult shot from here.
Well, Randall Green is looking round, and has steered it straight across goals, out of bounds on the full. So at the end, probably not the best of kicks there by Randall.
So a very tough pocket to kick from over there. He should probably try to push it across the top of the square.
All right, so the free kicks resultant's finished up with Partridge half back for West. He does a little chip kick over to Blake McDonald. And he's still on the half-back flank. Blake McDonald, the Canberra boy, gives it over to the vice-captain in Lenton, and Lenton's actually been able to...
starting to dominate a little bit here.
Get a couple of possessions by himself. I don't know if the Pennant Hills boys want to venture near his territory. But Lenton on the wing. Kicks towards centre-half forward, and he's just found Yard, and it's gone straight down his throat for Pennant Hills to turn it round. Brawny's off. He goes towards half forward. Now we've got a chasing the ball of Broderick and Urquhart. Here comes Costello for West to try and help. There's a plethora of Magpies, and Costello kicks it high and long towards centre forward. Lynch goes for the big screamer, and I'll be giving him that one too. Manny Lynch, a very good kick. If he uses a breeze, he would find it up near full forward. He does so. It's a great kick. But Chris Yard's at the back there. Knocked down. It's Clarkey trying to get the ball back for Pennant Hills, and I think it's kicked out of bounds on the full by Craig Holmes of Western Suburbs. A resultant free kick will go to Johnny Murray in the back pocket.
Chris Yard's doing a terrific job down there in the back line, making sure he's helping out his support players in the back line.
All right, now Murray's only found Lenton again, and you know, we've already said he's starting to take quite a few marks in this game and dominate, and I think he's going to try and back himself to kick this one.
He should be able to kick it from there. He's from the right side of the ground to be able to have a shot for goal. He's usually a pretty good kick.
All right, now Lenton, he'll probably kick from just inside 50. The breeze does take it, and he finds it. And there's the first goal to Western Suburbs, kicked by their vice-captain Nathan Lenton, who's having a pretty good first quarter at this stage. So Western Suburbs are 1-1-7, Pennant yet to score. And we've been probably playing about 8 or 9 minutes in this first quarter.
Lenton really is starting to take control here, and if Pennant Hills don't tighten up, they're going to get chopped up in this first quarter, especially with West kicking towards the scoring end.
Well, as they man up, I think you'll find that Dixon's on Lenton, and Mimo, he gets it from Pennant Hills to Regan. Regan kicks up forward, but Brad Freeney takes the mark. Tassie, he'll be looking to hand off. He plays on. He gives it over the top to Scotty Tomlinson. Mimo running him down. It goes over to Paul Freeman, who then gets intercepted by Simon Harrison. Harrison tries to butter up again. Oh, picked up by Broderick. He's got it out from nowhere. He goes forward looking for Headland by himself, and Headland's taken the mark. Headland in front of Tony Graham.
Terrific
Actually
mark.
set himself up pretty well for that one.
Terrific mark by Headland then. 2 grabs. He's in the right side of the ground to be able to have a shot at goal. Ex-Queensland Southport player, and usually a very good kick for goal.
So Craig Headland trying to put the Demons' first major on the board. He in fact does that. Pennant Hills have their first goal through Craig Headland, and it looks like the Pennant Hills boys are trying to have the quick run on play, so they make sure that the West boys start running them in the heat.
Well, that is their style of play, and that's what they've relied on for the last couple of years. Pennant Hills, their running style of football, and that's what they usually beat sides with. But West, I'm a little surprised they haven't been quite as physical as what I first thought they might come out with. Be interesting to see how they keep going now.
All right, in ruck, it's a yard for Pennant Hills up against Odgers for West. The ball goes straight to Odgers. He just handed it off to Lenton, and bit of a stack up on the mill there. And this is umpire Michael Forbes. He'll be bouncing the ball. Yard gets the tap out. Odgers then tries to get it out of the pack. Oh, he's paid the free kick. He's paid the free kick out of somewhere there.
And he gave no advantage then, which Pennant Hills had.
So Mimo, the captain, he'll go back and look for either Bennett, Headland or Green. It goes this side, and it goes to Chrissy Marr. Chris Marr on 50. Partridge is back there for West, patrolling the back half of the square. Chris Marr, half forward, going over towards Bennett. He's at the back of the pack and Odgers it in front. Ball hits the ground. Out comes Tony Graham. He goes over to Eckersley. Eckersley goes to Carey and Blythe. Here comes Lynch. He's up against Brawny. Lynch is showing a bit of pace there. Brawny gets the lucky bounce, and somehow, you saw it, I didn't see it out of bounds.
Called it from about 40 yards away, Simon.
He did. Centre wing. It's a yard against Partridge. Yardy gets the knock, looking for Regan. And umpire Michael Forbes has decided to ball up. Should they just be letting it go a bit more?
I think they should. I think that type of play you should just let go a little bit longer, especially early in the grand final.
All right, Yard and Partridge again. Partridge gets the knock. Joey Cormack, the fielder medalist. He gets a free kick. The umpires like looking after him. And he'll go back and he'll be looking for Lynch. Lynch is on the lead. Or it's Beverstock at the back there. Just gives a little gentle nudge.
Great use of the body by Beverstock,
Takes
Simon.
a beautiful mark. And Bever, he can actually dob it from this distance. He'll kick it from inside 50. He needs to go to the right. He does so. He puts it up for the breeze, but it just continues to go right. Chris Yard has a punch and it goes out of bounds. Nice mark there by Beverstock.
Good use of the body by Beverstock. Very strong up top and strong in the legs, and to be able to use his body like that, very legitimate and fantastic grab.
Couple of big blokes up there for West in the forward line, and Lynch and Beverstock. The result knockout goes down to Brawny, who looks for Broderick. Broderick on half back. He's got a bit of time to get rid of it. He does, kicks it towards the wing, but it's all Magpies, and it's picked up by Warwick Polly. Polly just goes straight over to Brent Costello, and now he's in about the same spot Beverstock was for having another shot at goal for West.
So it's a little strange they are going in this pocket. As I mentioned earlier, the Breeze is going into their pocket. Very difficult to kick goals from this end. They should be looking to go onto the other side of the ground.
Well, Costello, he has a shot, and he has made a bit of a mockery of what you've said there, Damien, as a true footballer does to a commentator, and that's a great goal there by Brent Costello. And as we look at the scoreboard, we see that Western Suburbs are now 2 goals, 1-13, and Pennant Hills 1 goal straight 6, and we've probably been playing about 15 minutes in the this first quarter of the 1996 grand final. Bennett still playing pretty good at centre-half forward for Pennant Hills, but it's Yard and Odgers going again. Mimo gets it out to Chrissy Marr. He kicks long. Headlands in front of Tony Graham, but Tony Graham is able to manoeuvre himself and get in front of Headland there. So Tony Graham, captain of Western Suburbs, half-back flank, looks over here for Costello. Chrissy Marr, you can just take it to yourself. Chris looking for Kerry, goes inboard and finds Barnaby Howarth.
A couple of young fellas having a good start to the
Howard
game.
looking for Headland at the back, but Lenton butters up. He handballs over to Eckersley, half back for West. Eckersley looking further up the ground, can't find a player to his advantage, and therefore he just dribbles it.
Smart play, actually.
Over the boundary line.
Chrissy Marr and Barnaby Howarth, 2 of the younger players of the Pennant Hill sides, actually having good starts to the game, and it's a joy to watch them, having had a little bit of influence over in the last couple of years.
All right, the knockout is by Bennett for Pennant Hills, but Partridge is able to butter up for West. He's kicking long for Lynch. Yard at the back will be paid the mark. Good mark there, Chris Yard. He's on fire early as well for Pennant Hills. Goes back to Regan. Regan then trying to kick it over to Mimo. Mimo looks like he might be holding an ankle or a knee. He seems to be struggling a bit. Handball over there by Jason Clark, just goes straight back to out of bounds. And just check Jed Mimmer over there. Oh, the Pennant Hills crowd are happy,
yes.
and that's what I like to see. Smiley faces on their on their faces tonight. Let's hope they're going for the big 3.
Partridge starting to dominate now already.
Half forward, Mick Partridge. Kicks very long, looking for Beverstock and Johnny Murray. Lynch at the back, has a snap. Just goes straight across goals. Broderick can't control it. And Craig Broderick, number 9, Grandy's brother, who got badly injured in the second semi, hasn't come up for today's game. We're about 20 yards out. Forward pocket for Western Suburbs. Adam Fiddler, first time he's been into the game, and he kicks it straight in. The ever-reliable Johnny Murray in defence for Pennant Hills.
Good play playing in front.
So Murray having a look at where he's going to direct this ball. Kicks it over to Yard. Oh, Yard is giving it to Dicko, and I think actually Dicko kicked it out of bounds on the full.
Yes.
But of course the umpire was behind him and wasn't able to see that.
Yep.
Odgers and Yard in the ruck again. Partridge will probably come over the top as he's known to do. Chrissy Marr, he has a kick that's blocked. Off the ground by Howarth. Knight should have picked it up, son. Giving it over to Partridge. Partridge kicks it long. It's Holmes leading the chase out for Gooley, and he's going to pay too high against Paul Gooley. And the free kick goes to Craig Holmes in the forward pocket.
Either pushed him or grabbed him, it was either one.
He's done the banana kick and it just hasn't come round, and it'll only be 1 point. So 1 point to Craig Holmes. And West now go to 2 goals, 2-14. Pennant Hills 1 goal straight 6.
The young ruckman for Pennant Hills Yards playing a very smart game, dropping back, helping out his defenders.
John Murray goes straight out the middle. Chris Marr, he reads it off the back of the pack, but he gets tackled and the ball spills to Urquhart. His kick wasn't fantastic. Blake Donald came through, and then Brent Costello took the kick straight to Lynchy. He's taken the one-hander, and he's paid the one-hander to Manuel Lynch. And Manny from here is the ball's going to go through post high. Just don't know how much the accuracy will be, but this will be one of the biggest kicks in the competition. Manuel Lynch. Of course, his brother didn't have a crash shot day yesterday, did he? For the Bears. But Manuel, he's made up for it. He's kicked it, and it's come round for 1 point. So a couple of opportunities going astray for the Western Suburbs boys.
You could say the West are starting to waste a little bit of this quarter with the wind. Pennant Hills are struggling very defiantly down in the back line.
All right, Johnny Murray. He looks on the far side, going at the back and finding Jason Clark. Clark getting it over to Carey. They're doing the switch play, Pennant Hills. They go from one side of the ground to the other side of the ground. Broderick's by himself. Graham comes over to him. You've got to hurry, Headland. Oh, he's absolutely coughed a sitter. Let's get the medicine out to him. And the resultant turnover has gone to Sean Blythe. And this could be absolutely devastating. Great tackle there by Dixon on Blythe. Goes to Lynch, and that's a goal. And Craig Headland, you need to get a mirror, son, and have a real good look at yourself, because that's one of the easiest kicks you're ever going to get in football.
Terrific build-up by Pennant Hills all the way through, and to have a forward drop a mark like that just lets the whole team down.
They've switched the play up the ground, Pennant Hills. They've got one man out, and then they've just seen it go back over, and Lynch just pick it up and kick a great goal. And that makes Western Suburbs now 3-3-21. Pennant Hills, 1 goal straight 6, and that's a huge turnaround.
Very disappointing for the players up the field. Do all the hard work to see something like that happen, and then a goal turn around straight away against you.
Well, let's hope Headland can get his mind back on it. But let's go. It's Yard again in the centre against Odgers. Odgers wins this one. Joey Cormack comes through. Odgers comes through again and gives it back to Cormack. Cormack's just running around. Gives it over to Lenton. Lenton over to Richard Palfreyman. Palfreyman kicks long towards centre half forward. He'd be looking for Holmes. At the back, Blake McDonald. Blake McDonald picks up, falls back onto his right foot. It's going to come round, and there's another. No, didn't go in. Johnny Murray doing the right thing for the Pennant Hills boys. Now let's see if they switch it again. Dicko gets it over to Chris Marr. They're trying to play on at every opportunity, Pennant Hills. They keep going down that wing. There's Mimo. He's on his own. He just needs to go back to Brawny, and Brawny's taken a great mark there on the half-forward flank.
Again, a great lead up along the wing there. Short pass and keeping the ball low. Smart play in the wind. Hopefully the work can be capped off now by Braun.
So Anthony Braun kicks long and fades to the left there. So it's only 1 point for Pennant Hills. Not a real good result after that good lead-up work.
Again, as I said before, forwards letting the work up the ground, letting him down.
Eckersley, he kicks straight down the middle of the ground, looking for Lynch, takes a big fly, hits Costello, who then kicks it up to Fiddler. He's grabbed without the ball. He plays on, gives it over to Lenton, who's going to run into an open goal, and there's another one for the Western Suburbs boys.
Really starting to take control now, the Western Suburbs side. Danger signs now for Pennant Hills.
And another goal to Nathan Lenton. That gives him his second, when Western Suburbs have just scooped over to 4-3-27 to Pennant Hills 1-1-7, and Brent Costello really starting to take control of this wing over Michael Carey. Let's get into the middle again. And it's Odgers and Yard, both doing pretty well for each respective side. Forbes bounces the ball. Odgers gets the big leap this time. Goes to Lynch, handles it beautifully. Back out to Blythe, looking for the running Cormack, couldn't find it. Jason Clark, he gives the handball, but looking for the security blanket of the boundary line.
West are starting to get the ball out of the middle a little bit too easy as well. Lynch coming off centre half forward, opening up some packs, which is good play from Lynch for Western Suburbs.
Dicko's gone on to Lynch, and so we'll have to work out who's picking up Cormac in the map. But Jason Clark, he knocks it on. He just got to get rid of it. He was only the, he's played in the back there. So Clarkey will get the resultant free kick on the half-back flank for Pennant Hills. Clarkey looking forward, and all he's down is found Dale Hodges.
Poor kick.
Hodges will handball over to Lee Urquhart. Lee Urquhart, he's a stalwart of the club. He's been here a long time. He's looking for Beverstock. He goes up big. Blake, Lynch is at the back, and he's just jarred another one. Western Suburbs are on fire, and they're just kicking it long.
They are playing very smart football, Simon. They are kicking long, but not kicking too hard, looking for their forwards, giving an opportunity, and they're doing all the work up forward. That's causing Pennant Hills too many problems at the moment.
Pennant Hills, who had kept them out for most of the quarter, have just let 3 goals go in 5 minutes. Headlands moved up the ground.
I think he's going to play loose for the last 5 minutes coming off the half-back line.
There's the bounce of the ball. It's Hodges in again. He goes straight to Tony Graham, who comes in and cleans up Nathan Lenton. Hodges bends down. He's got good ball skills for a big bloke. Gives it over to Urquhart, he gives it over to Palfreyman, who the mark goes to Beverstock. And again, with this bit of a breeze, Beverstock will kick from about 55, and he's going to have a go too. He kicks long into the goal square. There's Gooley up there for Pennant Hills. He punches it through, and it goes in for behind. So we've got West 5-4-34, Pennant Hills 1-1-7. We've probably been playing about 25, 26 minutes into this first quarter. Tony Regan kicks out. Only goes as far as Paul Freeman for West. And Paul Freeman, geez, they're all pretty confident, the West blokes, trying to kick goals from outside 50.
Well, this is their home ground, so I'm sure they've had plenty of practice here, Simon.
Right, so Paul Freeman, who was at East Sydney last year, he'll come in, kick from just outside 50, looking for the big leaps in the goal square, but Young Yard looks after them pretty well there for Pennant Hills. He goes straight across the ground. What we regard as an unforced error, straight across the ground, and Blake McDonald will actually have a shot for goal, and this could be disastrous for the Pennant Hills team.
So it just surprises me that they're using that side of the ground to attack up into the wind with.
Well, we did talk about them switching the play, and Blake McDonald has kicked it out of bounds on the full. So Chris Yard can have a sigh of relief there. Taking the free kick down there will be Tony Regan, winning under-19 coach this morning for Pennant Hills, so he's already had a big day.
And congratulations to Tony and the under-19s too. Terrific effort.
Tony Regan, he kicks to the half-back flank for Pennant Hills. Hodges in front of Yard, knocked out. Blake McDonald, he snaps it up. He's just kicked this one around his boot. There's Bly, there's Headland. There's the knock, and it's just punched through by Headland for a rush behind to the Western Suburbs team.
Smart play by the Western Suburbs players, being front and square of a pack like that.
West 5-5-35, Pennant Hills 1-1-7. Johnny Murray goes straight up the ground and finds Barnaby Howarth. Howarth would be looking for the switch over here to either Mimo or go over to Clark on the far side. He in fact decides to go the other way to Bennett. Up through centre. Tried to get the handball over to Clark, who missed it. Lenton picks up. He kicks long towards full forward where Holmes is for Western Suburbs against Murray. Cameron Colville gets the free kick. He's the one who wanted to bust the pack, and off they go. And again, Pennant switch to play. They go over to Carey, looking for Headland. Headland trying to waltz around a couple, gives it back to Chris Yard, gives it over to Colville. Colville now, he's got to run. He can take a couple of bounces if he wanted to. Looking for Chris Marr, who somebody just said, leave it, Chris. And that was Tony Graham, captain of Western Suburbs, centre wing. Goes looking for Joey Cormack by himself. The ball just a bit too high for him. Partridge is in there trying to get rid of it, and he's played no more bets. As if he was at the casino, Nick Angelos there, being the croupier. Goes over to Brent Costello, who ducked his head a bit, then gave the dud handball.
Poor play by Carey, not watching the flight of the ball.
Over to McDonald. McDonald gives the handball over to Odgers. Odgers now goes to Joey Cormack. Joey Cormack over to Beverstock. He'll just have the big roost. This is going to go all the way and be a point. So Beverstock kicking well with the Bruce West, but they are still wasting a couple of opportunities.
Certainly are, Simon. Inaccuracy can cost you, as Essendon found out last night.
All right, now Johnny Murray will kick out. He might even go to Howarth here in the middle. No, he goes wide to Paul Gooley. Gooley back to Murray. Murray, God, geez, that was like a fortune to Jason Clark in the middle there. Clark now goes up here to Headland. Headland won't get the ball. And probably not real happy with the disposal there, because Clarkey wasn't under a lot of pressure there. Yard and Odgers again in the ruck. Both blokes been on the ball. Watch this. Partridge will probably come over the top again, as he always does. Gets the knock. Knocked on by Cormack. Over to Blake McDonald. Blake McDonald gives a handball to Sean Blythe. He's at centre half forward. He'll kick long. Looking for Holmesy at the back for West, and he takes the grab. Not paid. Gooley does the right thing and wrestles him to the ground. And it stacks on the mill there.
As you pointed out in your commentary, Simon, Partridge coming over the top every time. Surprised that someone hasn't tried to take him out of that contest.
Well, you'd think you'd try and get somebody between Partridge and the ruck contest. It's knocked in there by Craig Holmes for West for another point. Western Suburbs 5-7-37. Pennant 1-1-7. Must be getting almost to quarter time in the 1996 SFL Grand Final. Of course, brought to us by Carlton United, and we'll be sharing some of the sponsors' product at half-time. And I think Jared Memo took his eyes off the ball then. Not a real good result for the captain.
No. He doesn't look 100% fit. He's limping all the time.
I think his leg has gone. There's the ball just goes through players, picked up by Sean Blythe. He kicks long, geez, they're kicking long, West, and at the back, but it just goes a bit more inaccuracy. And I'd hate to see what the scoreboard might be if the Western Suburbs boys would be on target.
Well, if they'd kicked straight, Simon, I think you would have found this game might have been already over. So the inaccuracies kept Pennant Hills in this game. It'll be interesting to see how they use the win in the second quarter. It's
13 shots to 2, and Johnny Murray, Nick Angelos is telling him to hurry up. Well, Nick, if you're that good, why don't you kick it yourself? And that's it for half-time.
Quarter time, Simon.
Oh, quarter time at least. Just getting a bit upset with the umpires. Just pushing into them and telling them to get on with the game. I thought he's quite legitimate to try and find a man to kick to. So at quarter time in this 1996 SFL Grand Final, Western Suburbs are 5-8-38. Pennant Hills are 1-1-7, and we'll be back in a short while. All right, well, as the team huddles break up, just looking at the first quarter, good players for Western Suburbs would have been Mick Partridge, Blake McDonald through the middle, Manuel Lynch having a real good game at centre half forward, Brent Costello on the wing. I think he's taken Michael Carey out of the game. They're actually playing wide of each other. Dale Odgers, he's also playing pretty well in the ruck for West, for Pennant Hills. Peter Bennett is giving them something up forward. Chris Yard, he's going really well against Odgers in the middle there. Doing pretty well together, both of them. Barnaby Howe through the middle, Chris Marr through the middle as well, and Tony Regan. Remember, at quarter time, we've got Western Suburbs 5-8-38, Pennant Hills 1-1-7. Damien, you've been down to the trenches. What has the coaches said?
Okay, Steve Barrett talked about their team play, the discipline, bring the ball up along the wings and coming up into the wind, bringing the ball in too early, and obviously resulting in Western Suburbs being able to get the ball down to their goals too easily. They want to avoid the packs and be able to keep possession, so obviously trying to play a possession style of game, not dissimilar to an Essendon or a Fremantle type of play. Ronnie, a lot of fire and brimstone. Remain hard and physical at the ball, and not to be pleased with their efforts in the first quarter. They've got to keep working, and work hard into the win. That's his message from quarter time.
All right, so Ronnie looking for his second SFL premiership. Remembering he coached Parramatta to the have a stab at it, Simon, 91 premiership.
I think you might be right.
We might have a look in the record, do a bit of research later. Start of the second quarter, Nick Angelos, he bounces the ball, and it's yard up against Hodges as they did for the complete first quarter. Pennant maybe a bit more talk required there, boys, but Kerry gets the knockout. Lenton's going for the ball with Dixon. Lenton still leading the chase of the run. Dicko goes diving in like he really wants the ball. He's a bit of a man possessed. Polly gets the handball out to Costello. Costello kick is basically intercepted by Braun. Braun goes towards half-forward line looking for Bennett. Tony Green comes out and gives a bit of a howdy doody to Peter Bennett, and that wouldn't ruffle his feathers.
Good commitment early from Pennant Hills in the second quarter. Looked like they're a little bit more focused towards the aim of what Barrett was looking for.
Fantastic comments there, Damien, only after 45 seconds. It's Bennett up against Partridge. It's Stacks on the mill, but Partridge gets the handball out from Clark, who then goes to Costello, who is in fact kicking it like he did in the first quarter. He looks over there to Sean Blythe. Sean Blythe runs around Barnaby Howarth. Back onto Blake McDonald. Blake McDonald at centre half forward, kicks it long, looking for Fiddler, who's absolutely dispossessed off the ball there. Here comes Gooley. He takes a bounce. He has two bounces. He now kicks, doesn't get it past Palfreyman, who just quite happy to run the ball over, and you could see there that Brawny wanted a bit more from Gooley, who'd probably spend all his energy in those bounces and on the run. Centre wing, Chris Yard up against Dale Hodges, goes to Brawny. He's got a yard, he's just got to good and get the ball to his boot, and Partridge butters up beautifully for Western Suburbs. Kicks it to Clarkey, he should have taken that mark. Sean Blythe knocks it over to Fiddler. Fiddler's very dangerous in this sort of position, but knocked off the ball by Barnaby Howarth. Gives it over to Beverstock, but picked up nicely by Howarth there. He gives it over to Broderick. Broderick looks for Howarth, who's running on with Jason Clark. He should have maybe done a bit more up near Howarth to tell him what to do. The ball goes back to West. It's Tassie Freeney. He kicks it low. Chris Marr overrunning the ball. Oh, he's picked that one out of where?
Paid for holding over the shoulder.
Could have let it go on there, Nick. Chris Marr runs around one, put under pressure on his left foot, kicks towards Mimo. Mimo's got his leg taped up, as we indicated that he might have been hurt earlier. Brawny gets the handball out. Palfreyman running back into the back line. Oh, jeez, he's had a nice old swing at that one. Lee Urquhart, he kicks it straight over to Kelly, who tries to take the mark. But got Chris Marr, who will have the resultant free kick. Centre wing for Pennant Hills. He'll be looking for Bennett. There's no one moving around on the forward line, so it's going to have to be Bennett. The free kick becomes a resultant free handball. It goes over to Dicko. Man in front, takes a pretty good mark as he was dragged down on the ball. But some of the Pennant Hills boys just aren't running as quick as they were in the first quarter. Dicko's looking for a lead. Randall goes one way. Craig Headland goes the other way. He then goes towards Headland, but at the back
It's been a push,
was
made to Headland.
And Headland gets the free kick. Push in the back. Didn't actually see who did the push. Was it Tony Graham? He's the last one coming up from the back.
I think it might have been Scotty Tomlinson who pushed him in the back.
So Headland has got the free kick. He can then turn around and bring the margin just a bit closer. He kicks the goal. He's pretty happy about that, and so are the Demon supporters. As Headland gets his second goal, he's kicked both goals for Pennant Hills.
Simon, Pennant Hill still don't seem to have much system going into their forward line. It's very haphazard, trying to get a bit of flow, a bit of run going, but their forward line's a little bit too crowded, not giving Headland and Bennett and Green much opportunity to get into an open space for a lead.
All right, Western Suburbs, 5-8-38. Pennant Hills, 2-1-13. Umpire Forbes comes in again to bounce the ball. We've been playing about 4 minutes into the second quarter. Yard up against Odgers as they've been going. He gives it straight through to Mimo. Mimo busts the pack, but just couldn't get the ball over Lenton. He's limping badly now, Mimo. Lenton gives it on to Lynch. He leaves in the run for the ball against Chris Marr. Chris Marr kicks it towards a half-forward line for Pennant Hills, but he just kicks it.
Out of bounds on the full.
On the full. And for Western Suburbs, it looks like it's Warwick Polly. He'll take the kick. He does a little chip into Lenton. Lenton gives it back to Polly for the old 1-2. He kicks up the forward line, looking for Lynch. Lynch takes another good mark. He's playing pretty well at centre-half forward, Lynchy.
Giving him a great option up at centre-half forward.
He's looking for Scotty Tomlinson. Clarkey comes over the top, gives it over to Bennett. Bennett gives it over to Dixon. Again, they switch to play Pennant Hills. Headland needs to knock it on, and back to Mimo, who can barely run. And Steve Barrett, I think I might be getting him off the ground. Gives it over to Odgers. Punched by Howarth. Howarth gives it back to... Oh, Regan, you just dropped it. Back from Bennett. Chris Marr's in with Blake McDonald. McDonald left foot. Oh, slipping over at the crucial moment was Sean Blythe. John Murray, he can't bend down, pick it up. Blythe's got it again. He handballs towards the boundary line. The ball stays in play and it is somehow scrummaged in for a point.
30 seconds of errors there.
So on the scoreboard, Western Suburbs 5-9-39 to Pennant Hills 2-1-13. Johnny Murray comes this side looking for Dixon. He takes the mark in the half-back flank. He'll be looking for Bennett. Bennett leads towards the middle of the ground. Bennett can take the ride here.
Smart lead by Bennett.
He goes over to Regan. Regan kicks very, very quickly, but not really to the opportunity of the Pennant Hills boys. Oh, Kevin Mead, I don't know how you've done that one. I think Brad Freeney actually had control of the ball. So the bounce is Bennett up against Partridge. Goes towards the wing. Costello is having a fine game on that wing. He left foot kicks around for Lynch. Goes for the big step. There's picked up by Dixon, who's starting to come into the game a bit. He gives it to Broderick. Broderick kicks the centre half forward, looking for... I was going to say Headland at the back, but Brawny at the front takes the mark.
Terrific mark by
Brawny. I reckon he should do the barrel. Let's have a torpedo, do the barrel, let's see the goal.
I think he'll play the percentages here, Simon, and kick the drop punt, unfortunately for you.
All right, so he's going to be from about 55 metres. He kicks, it goes long. The accuracy is there, and there's a goal.
He needs a torpedo and he can kick a drop punt. Terrific
Great goal there by Brawny. And that might just give Pennant Hills a bit of a lift, because he's playing pretty well for them up the middle of the ground. They're still doing the cross switch. Whatever back flank they start on, they finish on the opposite forward flank as they're running into attack. They've got to keep the ball low because they don't have really the high marking talent of the Western Suburbs team. There's the knock again. Lenton, he's taken a fortnight to get rid of it. It's picked up by Clark now finds it, goes to Carey. Mimo's off the ground, and Simon Harrison is on for Pennant Hills. Carey is just, Chris Marr.
Chris Marr.
A great catch in the gully there. And Angelos is bringing Chris Marr around. If I was Michael Carey, I might just step up another 20 yards and then take the little chip kick. But Chris Marr, he's going long. Oh, it's a nice kick. It won't come round, hands off the pack, and it's 1 point. Nice kick there by young Marr.
Yes, Chrissy's improved his kicking over the last couple of years. He was noted as a very average kick, but he's really worked hard over the summer.
All right, we've got Craig Eckersley supporting a new haircut. He goes out and kicks it to the half back flank, picked up by Scotty Tomlinson, who takes the mark. Tomlinson stays on that side of the ground, and he has just kicked it to the empty. Right out of bounds on the full. and that's a pretty ordinary possession there to you, young Scotty. But Pennant, he takes the ball, he kicks up line, they're looking for headland again. He's rustled out of the pack. A rover required for the Pennant Hills boys. Graham gets it on to Tomlinson. Headland cleans him up, and that's a bit of physical force by the Pennant Hills boys.
Good to see, actually. Pennant Hills making sure that they don't get carved up in the old physical states.
It's Odgers and Bennett. No one really gets the mark. It's Stacks on the mill. Mimo gets it out. Mimo is back on, so there's someone else come on for Harrison. Meady decided to, he wanted the ball, so he'll bounce it. We'll see Bennett up again. He'll be up against Odgers doing the ruck work in the forward line. Bennett for Pennant Hills. Lee Urquhart, he's over the ball. No, he's holding the man. So Urquhart, a former Western Suburbs captain, gives it over to Joey. Joey able to shrug the tackle of Randall Green. He goes over to the far side looking for Palfreyman, but it just goes out of bounds on the half back line for Western Suburbs.
And there's an incident behind play here. Partridge pulled the hair of Clark.
So Partridge just stopped Clarkey running down the ground, and free kick to Pennant Hills. You saw that one, Damien?
Yes, I did. And that's the advantage of having the 3 umpire system just shown right there. An incident off the ball results in a free kick down the field.
All right, Carey, now half forward for Pennant Hills. He goes back and looks for Houth, who takes the mark. Houth wanted to play under Regan. He does so now, but he mucks that up, son, and it needs Colville to come in. Well done there by Fiddler for West. Clarkey gets out of it, gave it to Colville, gave it to Yard, who then kicked it on to Regan. Regan then gives it to Brawny, and at the back is Big Bennett looking for the big leap. He was about 7th in line. Oh, Lenton and Bennett have had it on there.
I think Bennett might have taken a swing at Lenton.
The emergency umpire, Richard Taylor, might be out to talk to Mr. Bennett and Mr. Lenton. There were swings going left, right and centre there, and we're not in the playground. We're on the centre wing. Yard and Partridge in the ruck. Carey gets the next knock. Palfreyman takes it. He just dropped it like the hot potato it was. Dicko picks it up. Looking for Bennett at the back. He's just got to tap it on to Randall. Lenton taps it back to out of bounds.
What about the back turkey? What about the back like a building in, you fool? You need to see the first one, you donkey. Sit on the seat and stop there.
Well, they're certainly giving it to the emergency umpire. Of course, he was too busy on the security card when the first one went. Forward pocket for Pennant Hills. Odgers and Bennett. Bennett goes again. He's having a pretty good game, Bennett. Freeney gets the handball. It half intercepted, but Blake McDonald gets it. Gives it back to Warwick Polly. Polly's kick finds Palfreyman. Palfreyman looking for a runner. Finds the Phelan medalist in Joey Cormack. He gives it over to Blake McDonald. Good player this as he kicks it forward. He'd be looking for Lynch or Beverstock. It was Beverstock has hit the ground. Regan butters up for Pennant Hills. Gives it over. The punch given to McDonald. Goes to Lynch. Lynch goes for the little kick looking for Beverstock, who overran it. So did Holmes. Clark, you've got an absolute paddock, son. Mimo, you got to get this one. Mimo does so. He better play on a bit quicker than that. He goes to the far side looking for Carey. You got to take the leap, but the ball didn't get there. Polly, he gives a handball over to Palfreyman. Palfreyman looking for Lynch, and Lynch will just settle it down for Western Suburbs. He continues to play on, back over to Palfreyman to the far wing, and there's Sean Bly all by himself. That might be 50, young Broderick. And I don't think it was a very good acting job, that one there. But little chip over to Partridge, who is just all over the ground. And there's the 50. Well, if he didn't give away the first 50, Broderick, I'm Blythe. He gave away that one. And Tony Regan, you can whistle till the cows come home, because I don't think that umpire's going to change the decision. Silly free kick goal.
So we see Partridge kick the goal. Just stupid play. Players should know when the umpire calls the play on, and he never called play on, and that's cost a very vital goal against Pennant Hills for Western Suburbs. Kicking goals into the win, dangerous.
And I think that we might find that Broderick has been taken off, and going on for Pennant Hills is Ian Wheatley. So costly mistake there by Broderick.
Time to go over and talk to the coach, I think.
It is, and so back in the centre of the ground as we look at the scoreboard, Western Suburbs 6-9-45, Pennant Hills 3-2-20.
Here's another free kick
Big
against
goal
Western
against
Suburbs.
the win.
Again against Western Suburbs, number 12.
Which is Lee Urquhart. He's given away on Clarkey again. And
Clarkey
Yard kicks longest. Oh, out of the pack. Bennett goes over the top to Randall Green. Turns around. Left foot goal. That gives him something, and it could be a... Randall has been absolutely cleaned up. And there's another free kick. He's paid another free kick to Randall Green. Oh, this is so quite exciting. He's given it to Randall before the ball has gone through the ground. So Randall will be lining up for his second goal in 2 seconds. Oh.
Interesting decision. I've never seen anything like this. I mean, he's kicked the goal.
He's watched a couple of AFL games.
As he's kicked the goal, he's been hammered.
And
normally, they just wait for the goal to go, be given the all clear, and it's a goal, but this is very extraordinary.
So Randall gets his second one. And I think the happiest guy in Pennant Hills would be young Broderick, who came up the ground, because he gave the goal up the other end, and they've got one back. So
two back
Pennant
there,
Hills have turned it round a bit. We've got Western Suburbs 6-9-45, and of course the scoreboard operator hasn't caught up with the 2 goals. He has now 5-2-32. I think we might have a bit of a ball game on our hands.
Very interesting. As we talked about in the first quarter, West wasted a lot of opportunities at shots at goal. That's obviously allowed Pennant Hills in the second quarter to get back into the contest.
All right, it was a very courageous decision there by umpire Forbes. Yes, he's the one you want to pencil. It's Yardy up against Odgers again for West. He gets the knockout, and he's starting to take a couple more knockouts out of the middle. But Chris Marr, he sharked it well. It's Lenton and Bennett. Lenton for Western Suburbs falls over. Bennett only has to give the handball. And he's been tackled without the ball. Free kick, Pennant Hills. Tassie Freeney.
Lucky to give away 50
I
metres
thought the
there.
50 might have been on then.
West just becoming a little bit undisciplined in their play.
Just a bit frustrated with some of those decisions. Oh, it's an ordinary shot for goal. And we...
Did he actually drop pump that?
That was Mimo. That was Mimo with his dud leg.
No wonder.
And I'd be looking at maybe replacing him, because that was an absolute gift. Eckersley kicks out. Chris Marr goes for the punch, but a very good mark there by Brent Costello, who's having a fine game for Western Suburbs. Brent Costello, he kicks towards centre forward looking for Partridge. Partridge takes the mark. He plays on. He goes left looking for Joey Cormack. Joey runs his required distance, and Joey, as they say at the casino, no more bets. Let's go to Regan. Regan kicks it over to Bennett. Bennett, he can go for a bit of a run here. Left foot. He wants to go long, looking for Headland at the back, or Randall Green.
It's a free
does
kick.
it off, free kick down
Against
Headland
for
pushing in the back. Well, even I'm being here with the euphoria of Pennant Hills, who actually trying to get back in the game, and the umpires are helping them. Oh, and there's a free kick. So it's a bit of forcings back. Pretty ordinary kick there by the captain in Tony Graham.
Just have to be careful those kick with that strong wind. You've got to make sure you keep it well inside the boundary line. Allow the wind to take it naturally.
Bennett on 50 is another big kick. You'd want to set it up at least to the top of the square. There's no one moving about there, so, well, I reckon he should go the barrel.
The barrel.
Let's go the barrel. But Bennett on his left foot, not getting it further enough around, and it just goes through for 1 point. Well, the Pennant Hill supporters have found a bit of voice, Damien.
They certainly have, and they've had a great day today, as you mentioned before the call, about them winning the reserve and under-19 premierships.
All right, there's 11 points in this match. Mick Partridge,
Great
mark. He ran third in the Fielder medal this year and missed 7 games. Missed out by 2 votes, so probably would have been a certainty if he played all year. Cormac, he is the Fielder medal winner. He's at the back of the square. He kicks long, looking for Odgers. Odgers gave the handball over to Polly. His kick was intercepted. Costello gives it out to Scotty Tomlinson. He gave it straight to Anthony Braun. Braun kicks up towards centre half forward. Headland leading out in the run for the ball. Mimo, who just cannot run, you might as well put him in the forward pocket if you're not going to take him off the ground.
Just a delivery to the forward line for Pennant Hills is still not quite on the mark at the moment. Headland and a few other forwards are struggling to get kicks put in their vicinity, making it more difficult for them.
Ruck contest between Bennett and Partridge. Costello gives it back to Brawny. Brawny's having a great quarter for the D's, but the handball just went astray. Polly, he picks it up and looks for Nathan Lenton on the other side of the centre. Lenton plays on, looking for the short chip to Blythe. Blythe goes on, he kicks long. He's looking for Odgers, who is absolutely by himself. Missed it up. Holmes knocked it on, gives it over to Regan. Regan goes to looking for Johnny Murray, overrun by Beverstock. Murray kicks it off the ground. We've got Chris Rositis in front of us here. He'll go on for Jared Mimo. Clarkey gets it out. Beautifully kicked on there by Johnny Murray, which leaves Patrick Matthews by himself, and he'll get the resultant free kick as he gave the handball.
Smart play to get rid of the ball very quickly. He knew he was going to be tackled.
Mimo's off the ground. His leg hasn't come up at all. Oh, Patrick Matthews, he's just wasted that. And Tony Graham, he has paid the mark. Pretty good effort too.
Again, poor kick by Matthews.
So, Tony, no, I bought all my tickets. Oh, Frosty, still trying to flog tickets. Let's hope someone from Walker Mills doesn't win it this week. And the mark taken there by Mick Partridge. Partridge over to Scotty Tomlinson, who finds Holmes on the wing. Wes just steadying a bit.
They're looking to get the ball along the boundary line, all the way up, then bring it in forward. They're doing that
Holmes
successfully
finds
now.
Lynch half forward line into the breeze, but he'll land it on the length of the square. Hodges, who's moved up the ground now, as they've sent Partridge into the ruck and bringing Holmes up the ground.
I think you find Hodges has actually followed his opposition ruckman down into the full forward. Yes, just give you another option, and it's going to be a free kick against him. He's given away undisciplined play again.
Western Suburbs have done it again, and Sean Blythe. It's just like the 6 tackle rule in rugby league. You just got to hand it back over.
I just gave away the free kick then.
So Dixon, it's going to go to Jason Clark. Clark, little chip over to Michael Carey. We'll expect them to come out this side as they get past the centre. And here they come straight away. The switch is on. Oh, Costello's over there. Gooley, you better take the mark, son, or you're in a lot of trouble. Colville, he gets a kick right there. Luck's a fortune for the Pennant Hills team. Gooley takes 1, takes 2. Take 3, son. Take 4. You've got an absolute paddock, Gooley. He kicks up the centre forward, but his kicking lets him down. It goes to Scotty Tomlinson. Tomlinson goes out to Warwick Polly.
Terrific play,
good punch by Clarkey. Lenton, he gives a handball over to Tassie Freeney. Tassie, he does a bit of a dance. He dances onto Eckersley. Eckersley just looking for the boundary line. But Fiddler, he chops in and gets the kick. Over to Blythe. He's on half forward. He'll go to Lynchy running past. No, he goes on to Blake McDonald. He'll get caught with the ball, I think.
Ooh.
No, he doesn't. Reagan handballs it on to Colville. Colville over to Jason Clark, who is having a pretty good second quarter. Clarkey goes on to Carey. Oh, it's handball magic by the Pennant Hills boys to Randall.
Terrific play by Pennant Hills.
And Pennant Hills are just starting to run Western Suburbs round a bit.
That all started from a tackle from Barnaby Houth at centre half back there, causing the turnover. Terrific work of the play down the wing there.
Randall Green from 45. He's put it across the post. Bennett couldn't get up and take the mark. So it's 1 point. And Randall, who has kicked 2 goals, 1. in the Pennant score of 5-5-35. Western Suburbs 6-9-45. Eckersley kicks out. And, Dicko, I think if you'd gone for the ball, you might have been in front of Lynch there. It goes up to Holmes and Yard a bit all over him. Wheatley just coughed it up, gives to Chris Rositis just on the ground. He kicks over to Bennett, couldn't take the mark. Oh, Patrick Matthews comes through and he's kicked the point.
Just starting to become a little bit wasteful, Simon Pennant Hills. Again, doing what Western Suburbs did in the first quarter. Can't allow your side to kick too many points, obviously, giving West a chance in the third quarter.
All right, now Eckersley, he kicks out towards the boundary. I don't think he touched it, and that's out of bounds on the full. The resultant free kick to Simon Harrison of Pennant Hills. He does a little chip over to Chris Marr. Chris Marr run in, long kick for goal. He does a long kick for goal.
Terrific kick.
Oh, and a great mark by Bennett. And Pennant Hills have taken a step up a bit, and the Pennant Hills crowd are going absolutely wild. As we've been playing about 26 minutes into the second quarter.
From here, it looked like it was going to go all the way, Chrissy Marr's kick. Terrific mark though by Bennett.
Bennett, he's done the old banana, and he's kicked the goal.
Here's a flavour of the weekend, banana kicks.
It is indeed. And Pennant Hills using that bruise pretty well, but for all their efforts, they're still 3 points behind.
But terrific effort after looking down and out in the first quarter. They've come back very hard in the second quarter. Western struggled to get the ball past the half-forward line. The rebounding play by Pennant Hills has been fantastic. They're just starting now to get their run. As long as they can get their forward line a bit more open up, a bit more fluency in there, they could go on with this game.
All right, we've got Yard and Partridge in the ruck. Partridge looks for Cormac. It goes the old 1-2. Reagan picks it up for Pennant Hills, gives it to Dicko, who just handballed it straight to Paul Freeman. Paul Freeman then missed it. Players just coming in left, right and centre. Costello then picks it up. He's dragged off the boot. Beverstock, he's up the ground. It goes over to Brawny. You better kick it, son, because you're going to get run down by Joey. He gives it back to Colville. Colville over to Pennant Hills. Guys, Paddy Matthews just couldn't get up and get the ball. Rositas runs through. Over back to Chris Marr. He runs back into trouble. Goes to St Arm forward. Goes to Tony Graham. He overruns it as well. He knocks it towards the boundary line. Costello, he keeps it in. Oh!
Great shepherd by Lenton on Dixon.
Beautiful shepherd on Peter Dixon. And Blake Donald. He does a little chip over to Costello. And Costello starts to hold it up. One would think that, Pennant Hills have thrown the whole kitchen sink at him, but West are still in front. Polly.
Oh, he looked off then.
Might have gone the yard. So, Polly, he kicks towards centre half forward. He'd be looking for Big Dale Hodges. A man in front. Yardy gets a handball. He handballs it back to Fiddler. Here come the Pennant Hills boys. Wheatley kicks it straight down Lee Urquhart's throat. Given over to Scotty Tomlinson. He's looking for the Big Dale again. The pack forms. Fiddler sharks it beautifully. The little chip kick on. Doesn't get to McDonald. Yard takes it. Colville. He's cleaned up.
Played too high.
I might have thought they could have let that one go because I think he just absolutely coughed it up when he got tackled.
Poor kick.
Was a poor kick. Rositas, that one's a bit too high. Well, we're probably just after a bit of consistency, Mr. Forbes. Oh, he's now paid. He's got it. He got the second one. So Fiddler's looking for someone to move around up forward.
Very crowded forward line here, Simon.
Brawny just obviously pushed Fiddler when the umpire wanted the ball. Fiddler goes for the little chip to Hodges, who takes the safe mark.
He's actually looking for Cormac there, but Hodges just chipped in.
Hodges, he's about 45 out. He kicked from just from inside 50. And if he gets a goal here, Damien, this will be an absolute boost to Western Suburbs premiership chances this year.
Going to half-time with a goal advantage would be terrific for them.
Left foot, and he has missed it to the right. So one that the Western Suburbs side would have liked And of course West, who've only kicked the 1-1 this quarter, and it's just showing that it's a 5-goal end to the right of screen. Dicko kicks it towards centre half forward, or actually the half forward flank, and we have Pennant and Tomlinson came out. Pennant will stay for the ruck. Partridge will go up with him.
Hodges is moving down towards centre half forward. As Partridge takes most of the ruck contest around the wing area.
Bennett takes it, gives it to the back. Beautifully read there by Warwick Polly. Polly kicks, looking for Sean Blythe. Gooley pushed out of that ruck there. Got him a bit high was Michael Carey, but the siren's gone. And at half time, as we go to the Kevin Beachley Memorial scoreboard, we've got Western Suburbs 6 goals 10, 46. Pennant Hills 6-6-42. Goal kickers for Western Suburbs. Manuel Lynch has 2, Nathan Linton has 2, Mick Partridge has 1, and Brent Costello has 1 for Pennant Hills. We've got Randall Green has 2, Craig Headland has 2, and singles to Anthony Bourne and Peter Bennett. That's half time. Damien, what are your thoughts on the first half of this 1996 grand final?
Well, typical game with the win. Both sides have used the left-hand side of the screens in to fairly good advantage. A bit wasteful at times, especially Western Suburbs in the first quarter. Really an even game here. Could go any way. Depends on the efforts of whoever puts in a harder effort in the third quarter. If West are not wasteful with the win, they'll go on with the game. If Pennant Hills can hold them out and score a couple of goals going to the win, obviously it sets it up for a great last quarter for them. I can see Western Suburbs probably using the win with good advantage in the next quarter, as long as they keep their forward line open. After the second quarter, I found their forward line was fairly crowded, especially in their last few minutes trying to get in there. There wasn't much happening across the half forward line. Pennant Hills, again, they found it to be a little bit wasteful in the second quarter, and their forward line was again a little bit crowded, which I found a little bit disappointing from both sides.
All right, what about best players for West? I'd assume like Joey Cormack and Mick Partridge have had pretty good games. Adam Fiddler came into it in the second quarter. Brent Costello's absolutely having a picnic. It's a picnic in the park for Brent Costello here on the wing, and they'll need him to run for the entire game. Dale Hodges is also doing pretty well in the ruck, and for the Pennant Hills boys, who do you reckon's playing pretty well for them?
I think Pennant Hills, the ruckman, number 27.
Which is Chris Yard.
Yes, he's been good, especially in the first quarter. He really supported his
Bennett's
back
giving them something up forward.
He has been.
In fact, Headland's absolutely, he got that mirror quarter time, and he had a look at himself, and he's had a pretty good,
he's had a good second quarter. I think the young fellas across the half-back line in what's his name?
Regan's doing well.
Barnaby Houth, he was
Jason
good.
Clark, yep. Barnaby Houth.
Chris Maher's been terrific across the wing area.
So we've got a pretty good second half coming up, and we'll be back straight after this. It's half time in the SFL Grand Final.
5 seconds, I'm rolling now.
All right, well, we're back to start the third quarter in the 1996 Grand Final between Western Suburbs and Pennant Hills. Both teams back on. I notice the Pennant Hills bench has Mimo over there. He looks like his leg's gone. He won't be taking any further part in this afternoon's proceedings. The talk at half-time, Damien, about the double goal that was given to Randall Green, and it basically is as long as he got rid of the ball, he got hit, and as the ball went over the line, he's then entitled to have another free kick for the late shot, and they get the first goal, then they get the second goal.
That's the official line from the umpires?
Very basketball type.
That's the official line from the umpires, is it?
Well, that's the official line I got, but you know, them umpires, they're always feeding me one. All right, well, let's get ready for this third quarter. We've got a great game on our hands here at Wagner, and see if we see some moves. I can already see on the wing here, Chris Maher has picked up Costello.
Simon Hodges has gone a full forward.
Dale Hodges.
That's correct.
He's down there. Beverstock's moved a bit more up the ground. But let's start at the third quarter. Yard gets the ball out. He gives it over to Polly, and the resultant kick doesn't go very far. Costello, starting in the second half, we finished up in the first half. Brad Freeney, bit of pace there. and looks like they've got Carey on Freeney. Very hard, Fiddler. Very hard guy to match up, Fiddler. Good footballer. There's the throw in. Yard and Partridge. Yard gets over to Joey Cormack. He didn't have the ball. He'll get the free kick. Joey, just before 50, half forward for Western Suburbs. He'll be looking for Beverstock. Beverstock and Murray. It's a Fiddler again. No one can take clean possession of the ball. Lenton's in there with Cameron Colville. But no one takes a clear possession of the ball.
Very interesting. They had a very crowded forward line with that kick going in from Cormack again. Pennant successfully crowding up West's forward line.
Yard gets the knock in from the out of bounds, and it's gone out of bounds on the full by Pennant by Western Suburbs. Just a bit of a confusion down there, and so the free kick will go with Tony Regan. Regan is a man mountain trying to get it over Hodges on the mark. He kicks towards the boundary side. Chris Yard by himself. He'll take the mark.
To Dixon.
Oh no, it's Dicko get the free kick for the push. And Dicko kicks towards the centre. Partridge, Bennett has to go. Partridge had the front spot on the wing for West. He's looking for some options. He looks like going. He then plays on, runs round, goes to Lenton half forward. Lenton then goes towards the centre. Picked up by Sean Blythe. Over the top, he goes now to Richard Palfreyman out by himself. He'll kick it long. He'll be looking for Big Hodges. He doesn't take the ball. Cormack, Rover required. He gives a handball over to Blake McDonald. Blake McDonald for West gives it out to Brent Costello, and
there's been a free kick paid, but I think the goal's been kicked anyway.
And I think West will be asking for the double goal. Yes, McDonald gave the handball over to Costello. He kicked the goal. It's a goal.
I think they are asking the question about the double goal.
They want the double goal.
Somebody tell the scoreboard about that. They were in trouble last time.
They did. All right, now, geez, I've got to get some of the riffraff around the area here. So another goal there to Brent Costello, and that gives him his second for the day. And we see West 7-10-52. Pennant 6-6-42. Out goes the bounce. Partridge gets it. He knocks it over to Blythe. Blythe gets a little chip kick in, but it only goes as far as Chris Rasides. Rasides from Pennant Hills, back half of the square. He kicks long, but Palfreyman's in front of Tony Regan, but Regan takes a fine mark. And then Palfreyman actually wanted it then, did he?
I think he was a little bit out of it there, Simon.
All right, Regan, he plays on. He's having a pretty good game. He's looking for Randall Green. Partridge takes a great mark. Plays on, sets up West. Joey Cormack, left, right, goes right. Looking now for Fiddler or Beverstock. Beverstock, he just coughed it up. He's named it after the medicine. It's Colville. Colville then kicks it over to the wing. And a bit of ballerina dancing there and pirouetting. And the ball is taken here by Harrison. Harrison, he kicks long to the forward flank, and Pennant is just not in front up there. Lee Urquhart, he gets the ball out, goes to Joey again. Joey handballs over to Richard Palfreyman on himself. Richard gets very slow in getting rid of the ball there.
Great chase by Clark, resulting in the missed kick. Ball going out of bounds. Terrific play then.
All right, now let's get into the half-forward flank here. The boundary umpire's about to throw it in. Yards up against Partridge, or Partridge just takes it. One out, goes to Brad Freeney again. Freeney's kicking it long to Hodges, who's all over Gooley. But Joey. The one holding at the back was Joey Cormack, and he's done the Gavin Wanganeen. He's hit the post from about 4 yards out. So 1 point there to Joey and 1 point for the Western Suburbs team. 7-11-53. Pennant 6-6-42. There's 11 points in it. We're just starting the third quarter. We've been playing about 4 or 5 minutes. Kick out from John Murray. He'll be looking for He's gone over the line. It's a basic fundamental, son. A basic fundamental. He must have been playing footy 30, 40 years. Crucial mistake in the grand final. So the bounce up will take place at the edge of the square, and I'll assume that Chris Yard will just punch it back in
Sure, he'd
for the
do
rush
so.
behind. There's the bounce up. Yard does try to do the punch, but Dicko, he's on it. He's onto the wing. He gets cleaned up as he does the handball. Picked up by Beverstock. He might look a bit interested. He gives it over to Costello. He'll have another shot for goal. Oh, Beverstock's giving one down here. Beverstock's giving it to Rasides. And it's only 1 point there by Costello.
Better be careful, Beverstock.
So, mark taken there by Barnaby Howarth. Howarth, he just chips it over the middle, looking for Simon Harrison. Simon Harrison plays on. They switch the flanks, looking for Chris Marr. He does take the mark. Oh, no, there's no whistle.
It's a free kick being paid anyway.
Because he missed the mark. And that's why he's given a free kick. So, Chris Marr, he gives the handball. Goes over to Carey. Carey might just find the boundary line. He does. Not a real good kick there by Carey.
Not smart play by playing that close to the boundary line.
He kicks it over to Partridge. Freeney's been, a fiddler's been grabbed without having the ball. Goes to Howth. He kicks across goals. It's going to be Lynch. Lynch has got a bit of pace. Lynch has a bit of accuracy. But not that much accuracy. And he just kicks 1 point. So that moves Pennant Hills now. Oh, that moves Western Suburbs to 7-13-55. West 6-6-42. Johnny Murray, let's hope he can stand inside the square this time. He kicks out. Partridge, Lenton, Braun. The Pennant Hills boys knock it down. Brawny's off with him. He'll take a bounce. He can keep running because they won't catch him. Brawny's taken 3 bounces. It's Phil Manassa. Go, Phil. He goes for goal. Oh, and only the point there by Brawny. Oh.
Phil Manassa minus a goal, Simon.
Phil Manassa minus the gut too. Brawny, great play there. And Blake McDonald and Partridge were going up and down on the one spot. Sean Blythe, he gets the ball at 10.5 back. He kicks it to Blake McDonald. Well, he can't be going that bad, but he has a bounce. He just slides through. He'll chip it over to Lynch, and Lynch will have a shot from about 45. And Manuel Lynch has already kicked 2 goals today. And I think that Manuel might be able to slot this one through.
Lynch should be able to get the distance quite easily from here. Just a question of accuracy, of course.
Lynchy, 45 out, kicks long, and it's home for the Westie boys. The crusty Westies.
Terrific kick by Lynch.
So Lynchy's kicked his 3rd. He's got the most goals on the paddock today. Western Suburbs just starting to get away a bit.
And interesting, Headlands now moving back down the back line to play that loose man again, which he did to the last 10 or so minutes in the first quarter with good effect.
Pennant Hills, a 6-7-43. They trail West, 8-13-61. 21 shots to 13. The ball is bounced again. Partridge up against Yard. Yard's tried very hard all day. Brawny gets it out of the centre. Bennett, you've got to pack it if you can run onto it. Lee Urquhart, he was hiding behind the umpire. Couldn't see him. Great tackle there by Bennett. Tomlinson takes it off Urquhart. He kicks long to centre half forward, but Barnaby Howarth. Great name, that old Barnaby Howarth. And it sounds like a private investigator. Kicked up by Howarth. He goes towards centre half forward. Urquhart's caught with
dropping the ball,
dropping the ball.
And Chrissy Marr's come up with a free kick, Simon.
Chris Marr, he'll go
again.
over here to Brawny again. Brawny knows what the wind's like from this direction. Oh, a bit over the mark there, isn't he, umpire?
He's gained a few metres on the mark there.
Brawny, he's going to go looking for Bennett. Bennett's got the lead, he's got the sit. He don't have the mark, though. Kicked off the ground by Polly. Polly goes to the far wing. Paul Freeman leads a race out to the Gilmore Real Estate side, one of the good sponsors for Western Suburbs. Over there on the half-forward flank for Pennant Hills.
So that was a terrific kick by Braun, but Bennett just got sucked underneath the ball a little bit too much.
Okay, as they go in the ruck, Joey Cormack, he's starting to come alive a bit. He goes to centre forward looking for Lynch. Dicko's on Lynch. Overrun there by Fiddler. Headland, he butters up to Dicko. He gives one up. He gets the old 1-2. There's going to be a bit of advantage here. Goes to Regan. Regan's looking at the back for Bennett. There's Eckersley. He does the punch. Rover required. Paddy Matthews from Pennant Hills. Comes, kicks. Where's he kicking that to?
He's kicked that 40 yards
He's
backwards.
kicked it to Wes. Blythe. And I don't know that that was the most effective. He's
Played a
given
free
away the
kick
free
over the
kick.
shoulder.
Goes to Joey Cormack. Cormack goes to McDonald. McDonald through the guts. Does the old 1-2. Just about to get run down. Goes straight to Headland. Blake, you weren't having a look there, son. Headland. He'll go over to Brawny. You better get there, Costello. Oh, Lenton. And so Brawny, he kicks towards centre forward and looking for Chris Marr, who got under the ball and was able to take the mark. They need to play on quickly. They go short, looking for Randall Green, but Eckersley, strong as ever, is in defence.
Simon, the long option would have been better. Then Bennett was all on his own going into the goal square with a kick from Chris Marr, but he went short.
Well, we're pretty close to the play, Damien, so you can call it out if you see it. Let the players know.
They must be unbiased.
That's a pretty ordinary kick. It's a pretty good mark.
And he's paid
a
50.
Pretty ordinary late tackle there by Hodges. And this is one of those huge 50-metre penalties against the run of play, and that'll result in a goal, kicking to the bad end, as we could say.
Crucial goal if he kicks
Simon
this.
Harrison, and he just pops it through. Thank you. So Harrison pretty happy, and so are the Pennant Hills crowd. I think they can see might be able to get the big three, the big trifecta up today. Of course, for those who are listening to the radio station yesterday, I did select them to lose all three. So of course I'm absolutely an expert. Let's go. Ball up. Partridge, Yard, both having great games for their respective clubs. Knockout goes a Pennant Hills way. Bennett, about a bit of a Adelaide throw there. Goes to Eckersley. He's well in front of Randall Green. They'll stay that side. No, they come towards the middle looking for Partridge. He's doing a lot of running. He's going to have to do a lot of work if they're going to win. And he's just put it straight down Howarth's throat.
Almost copped it up, Barnaby Howarth.
Yeah, Howarth. He might stay this side. No, he goes towards centre half forward. Bennett, he's in the middle. Chris Marr sharks beautifully. Oh, there's Broderick at the back. You just got to pick it up, son. A Rover required. Great tackle by Polly, and he kept him off the ball too. Great stuff by Polly. Over to Eckersley, who then kicks it up to centre half forward. Centre half back at least for West. No, Mark Cormack.
Great hit by Cormack.
Oh, deft touch there. Over to Holmes. Oh,
bit of holding there
by Lenton and Gooley. Lennon runs straight through them. The boys want to gang tackle him, but Lennon's come up with a point. Oh, it's all happening here at Wagner.
Exciting play right at the moment, Simon. End-to-end stuff, terrific.
Okay, the kick out from Murray goes to Colville. Colville up to half forward, and
Bad kick, straight to Partridge.
Man in front.
He's had a big influence in this third quarter in the ruck.
So
Pick up a lot of kicks.
Partridge to the crowd's demand to play on. He goes just straight to Barnaby Howarth, who goes to Lee Urquhart, and in the back, free kick to Partridge. Give the ball back, son.
Against Chrissy Marr, that was, using his body but pushing it a little bit
Partridge
too illegally.
on the wing. He kicks up, looking
Great
for Yard, who is in fact his opponent. Chris Rasides, he's on the ground, gives it to Carey. Carey in front of Costello. The little kick was pretty ordinary. Brawny can't do anything with that Carey. Jason Clark just thrown around like a rag doll off Partridge. Goes to Lynchy, knocks it on. Just doesn't pick it up. But Blythe goes through, Cormac goes through for West, stacks on the mill, and it's starting to get a bit tough out there now.
Both sides very desperate to get the ball. Terrific contest.
Can we see is 13 points going to be enough with the Breeze in the last quarter? Or do West need more goals?
They certainly do need more goals, Simon.
All right, Pennant's playing the loose man in the back line. There goes Johnny Murray. He'll just kick out. He goes long, but it's just a plethora of Magpies over there. And Tassie Freeney, he takes the mark, he plays on, he gets round them beautifully for the solid bloke he is. Oh! Regan has taken a mark, and Lenton's given him the old 1-2 and the 50-metre penalty.
Courageous play by Tony Regan. Knew he was going to get crunched. Kept his eyes on the ball the whole time, and he's got 50-metre penalty out of it as well.
Pennant's guys remonstrating with Nathan Lenton. It was late, but he was just obviously just going for the ball. It goes to Dicko. Dicko at centre-half forward. Oh, he kicks it and Polryman just gets in between. Polryman kicks it on to Freeney. Freeney now over to Costello. Costello just knocked up getting kicks today. He gives it to Blythe. Blythe, half-back for West. Just a little chip over the top to Joey Cormac. West just holding it up like they like to do. Back over to Blake McDonald. He gets through on his left foot, looking for Tomlinson, will take the mark at centre-half forward. And
Tomlinson was on his own there for quite a while. No one's going to pick him up.
Scotty Tomlinson, he's a good kick at goal. This one he should have really no problem with the distance and the wind. And it will be the accuracy that'll be the concern. He'll kick from just outside 50. Half forward for West. Scotty Tomlinson comes in, it's a long kick. It's a floating kick. It's right up there, it's touched through. For 1 point, the big fella Rogers just couldn't get his hands onto the ball the second time. So another point there to Scotty Tomlinson. We have a look at the scoreboard. West 8-15, 63. Pennant 7-7, 49. Johnny Murray, little kick out to Gooley, back pocket. Gooley's going to try and run round Beverstock. He does so. He's on his left foot, but all he does is find Lynch. Lynch will play on. He'll go the big long kick. He'll be looking for Holmes.
It's been a free kick by West. Against
Gooley for
Murray, I think.
It's for Murray
again
for pushing Odgers out of the way. And Dale Odgers will say thank you very much. I'd like to have a shot at goal. I haven't had one so far today.
Desperately need a goal for West, Simon. Obviously, needing to get more goals in this third quarter to defend in the last quarter with this strong breeze.
And
there must be about 10
Odgers,
people on the mark there.
He has a shot. He might have screwed it to the left. No, he hasn't. He's put it straight through the high diddle-diddle. Nice goal there to Odgers. So Odgers gets his first goal. Western Suburbs go to 9-15, 69, 20-point leaders to Pennant 7-7, 49. I reckon we've been playing about almost 20 minutes into this third quarter. So Pennant need to keep a couple more out if they want to come home with this breeze. Pennant, of course, winning third grade and second grade today, so it's a pretty good day for the club. So we see Headland now moving up the ground with Tony Graham in front of us. West looking for their first premiership in 20 years. Started prohibitive odds on favourites today, but are still playing well enough to win it, I believe. The ball gets knocked out. There's a Sean Blythe over there. He gives it to Joey. Joey just needs a bit of room to do his magic. He gets the ball. They all jump on him and he gets the free kick. Joey Cormac, half forward for West. Looking for... Oh, he's just kicked it straight in the man of the mark. That's a field of medal winner. I can't believe that.
They're all allowed their mistakes.
And Clark, he's just handballed it straight out of bounds. Deliberate.
Oh, a bit harsh.
Oh, I don't think Clarkie wanted it.
Smart play.
It was. Okay, let's get into the
free kick to Partridge, been held.
And Nick, he kicks on. He's looking for Rogers again. Out the backyard. He's doing a fine job in defence. Looking for Lee Urquhart. Headland has to find it. He does. I think he might have put up a bit short there. Now he's going to play on. He goes over to Carey. Carey's got a bit of space. He loves a paddock. He loves a run. He's going to get tripped.
He got tripped, all right.
He got tripped. And it's a 50-metre because of the deliberate trip. Well,
that is extraordinary. You either pay for the free kick.
I think it was because a deliberate trip where you can't get reported, but it's a 50-metre penalty, and that's the actual rules, Damien. So the umpire, Michael Forbes, was right on the spot for that one. So Carey going to line up for goal, another important goal. Pennant, this will bring him back within 14 points. 25 minutes into the last quarter. He's just getting rid of the guys that are crowding him there.
AOS still playing good enough to win.
And there's the goal to Carey. Carey, he's got his first goal. And Western Suburbs, 9-15-69. Pennant Hills, 8-7-55. There's a change. On comes Dean Wilkinson, and off comes Craig Broderick. 25 minutes into the third quarter. Oh, this is a great game of footy, Damien.
Terrific game of football.
Terrific
Pennant
game
Hills
of
really
footy.
keeping in there.
And there's the blood bin. Chris Rasidas, he's coming off. Another thing the umpires picked up from last night's game. So the game will wait until someone's ready to come on. So
I'm running out of battery. I'm going to have problems here. You can't get someone to just dash to the canteen and get that battery.
But down the canteen, he's got another battery. No.
Battery
Yeah, down the canteen it is.
Big battery. Yeah, we're about in the canteen. The ladies know where it is?
There's the ball up. We're running out of battery here. Let's hope the siren goes quickly. Chris Marr, he gets it over to Dicko. Dicko over to Carey. Oh, Headland comes out with a good shepherd. Tony Graham, he's got Carey. Headland, he gives the handball away. And...
Could have been a free.
Oh! Polly's giving him one there.
And
Polly's
Headland.
giving him one to Headland. He's been sucked in there with young Warwick.
Smart play by Headland there.
And he's been reported. So Headland, he kicks towards centre forward. Up goes the big crowd. The crowd has certainly come alive here. It's Chris Marr. Chris Marr can't get it out. He gives it over to Lee Urquhart. Lee Urquhart kicks it up. There's Carey, there's Yard. Carey takes the ball.
Hey, where's West now?
But back at the game here, Western Suburbs, 9-15-69. Pennant Hills, 8-7-55.
I think he's played a free kick here, Simon, has he?
And there's a free kick further up the ground to Fiddler. He got cleaned up, obviously behind play.
No, that's a free kick down
And
the way around.
The kick's up there, Headland. Yeah, wow, it's absolute massive confusion. Holly, and reported the second time. And Fiddler, he has a shot for goal. The ball hits the ground. Brawny running out of defence like he's done all day. He's had a huge game. Up goes Graham. Can't take the mark. Holly's in there. Graham's in there. Headland's calling for a cab, but not one is coming towards him. And Polly and Headlander certainly got a bit of a do about nothing really. It's footy. Ball goes out of bounds.
Both sides are starting to lose a little bit of control, a little bit of discipline here, Simon. Whichever side settles down quickest and gets a couple of goals on the board.
We got Odgers and Peter Bennett in the wing in front of us. Oh,
Should've been
taken
a free
out of
kick in the
the
ruck then.
contest. Regan, he's had a pretty good game, and he gets push on the ball. Clarkey comes over and tells Linton.
Just told him that what he'd done wrong, I think.
Jason Clark. He'll chip over to Brawny. He was going to go to Brawny, but now he decided to hold up the ball a bit longer. He goes long, looking for Pennant at the back. The big hands don't get it, but Headland, has he got the pace to get away with it? The handball didn't come off. Headland keeps running. Over to Dean Wilkinson, has a shot for goal. And
That's a great goal.
Puts it through. He puts it through. What a great goal there by Dean Wilkinson.
Come on, the Demons!
Western Suburbs, 9-15-69. Pennant Hills, 9-7-61. So I'm still telling them who's in front.
Terrific play there by Craig Headland there.
3-1
Get the ball in front of himself.
3-1 West!
Apparently those who want to back West can get 3-1.
Thomas quickly.
I reckon it's fantastic. All right, let's go to the bounce of the ball. And we've got Angelos. You'll all be able to buy.
On and there's 1 quarter to go.
You'll all be able to buy the video. And off goes Lynchy. Lynchy goes long, looking for Beverstock. Oh, and like the crowd, Pennant Hills have gone very quiet now. Beverstock, he's lining up.
Terrific kick by
That's a
Beverstock.
great kick for goal by Bever. And that's Beverstock's first goal, a crucial one. Go take us through that one, Damien.
Starting to lose the voice this side. Terrific goal by Beverstock. Good lead. Out to what I would term the dead pocket, but the wind has died now. And terrific shot for goal. Really setting the scene for a fantastic last quarter.
We got a game and a half on our hands today. And it looks like they might be all happy land at Pennant Hills tonight. Ronnie's made a move from the bench.
Partridge has moved to centre half forward. Hodges has gone back into the ruck.
Hodges back in on the ruck. And up against Yard. Knock again by Hodges. Gives it over to Lynch. Lynch gives the
Free kick there to
free
Pennant
kick.
Hills. Holding.
Didn't see that one, but it goes to Brawny.
Looking for the switch. Not on there though.
Brawny decides to go long, looking for Bennett. He's not in front. Tomlinson is. Tomlinson gets the knockout, picked up by Harrison. Harrison goes to Randall Green.
There has to be a free kick as a push.
He got up like you wouldn't believe. But it's in the back, free kick.
Advantage has been paid.
Off to Eckersley. He continues down that far wing, looking for, nice
mark.
intercepted there by Peter Bennett. Bennett goes half forward, finds Green. Green, he'd be looking for Headland.
Not much movement.
Dicko's moving down the ground. Headland's going up over there. Tomlinson comes with the punch, and it goes out of bounds. There can't be much time left for this end of this third quarter. Western Suburbs up by 14 points. Probably not enough with the breeze at them back, Pennant Hills. Here comes Polly. He just kicks it out, and it will just go out of bounds. Holmes has been replaced by Jason Catlin for Western Suburbs. And here comes the throw in. It'll be Bennett and Hodges. And Hodges just drop it. Oh, nice pass out there. Chris Marr centred it, but Scotty Tomlinson in the way. Tomlinson, long kick, far wing, looking for
crucial mark.
He takes a great grab. He goes towards the centre. Sean Bly. Bly goes on. Bly almost caught. He gets out of it. He's looking for Beverstock. Oh, Yard.
Didn't hold the mark.
Can't keep it. Fiddler. He'll have a shot from there. It's going long. It's landed at the back. He hasn't taken the mark though. Kicked off the ground by Regan. Regan goes towards Gooley. Gooley, half back line. Kicks it up to Harrison. Harrison up forward, and a Western Suburbs bloke hasn't touched it. Brawny, he's going to have a shot. Gives it over to Bennett. Bennett, the handball. Brawny butters up.
Oh, Headland kicks a goal.
And it's a goal. And it's a goal.
West now!
It's there by Headland. It all resulted from Regan kicking it out from the fullback over to Gooley, send it up the ground. They just kept running through, and Brawny butted it up when Bennett made that mistake over there.
Terrific play by Regan and Gooley getting the ball out of the back line. Desperation stakes there. Regan's actually starting in the centre at every centre bounce. They're moving down to the back line, which is a very interesting move.
Headland, he's kicked 3 goals. He's had a pretty good game after quarter time. The score, Western Suburbs 10-15, 75. Pennant's 10-7,
Centre infringement
67.
against Western Suburbs. It's all going Pennant Hill's way at the moment.
It is. And I don't think Ronnie's still Rancho Relaxo, Ronnie. But it's Yardy. He's kicked it up to Odgers, the man in front. Brad Freeney, he'll give it over to Eckersley. And
There's
there's
a siren.
the siren for 3-quarter time.
Yeah, we got
what
a
a
bit of
huge quarter. What a great quarter of football. And at 3-quarter time, as we send you out to the huddle, Damien, West 10-15, 75. Pennant 10-7, 67. Remembering the video's available at all good retail stores. We'll be back to start of the...
I'm recording now.
All right, we're back here at the 3-quarter time huddles are broken up, and Ronnie Thomas is just not Rancho Relaxo today. He's going back the old rotten mood. He's looking for that elusive grand final, his second one. Damien, what did he say out there?
Actually, Ronnie was rather calm there for a little while. He reminded his players to play smart. 30 minutes of football, all the, I suppose,
All the cliches.
but sensible cliches is what they're applicable to this game, being the last 30 minutes of football for the year. He asked his players to have clear heads and not to panic, to remind that they are in front, and Pennant Hill still have the work to do.
They've been in front all day. They led by 31 points at quarter time. They led by 4 points at half time. They lead by 8 points now. And the major goal kickers for West, Lynch has 3, Costello has 2, and Lenton has 2. And for Pennant Hills, Headland has 3, Randall Green has 2. All right, Damien, I'm going to put you on the spot, the selection.
I think Pennant Hills in this last quarter will come over the top of Western Suburbs. I just think they've got a little bit more run. West look a little bit tired in that 3rd quarter, and having the battle into the win is probably going to be a little bit too hard for them. Pennant Hills seem to be starting to get their flow on play a little bit more. The forward line seems to be a little bit more open. Headland's becoming more dominant. I just see them coming over the top and going home with a victory today to make it 3 premierships for the day.
All right, this will be something historic for the Pennant Hills Football Club. Here's the bounce of the ball to start the last quarter. It's Odgers. He wins again. Goes straight to carry of Pennant Hills. Kicks towards half forward. Bennett leads the race to the board in front of Tomlinson. Tomlinson does well. Dispossessed. Headland off the ground. Goes to Eckersley. It almost clean bowls him. Randall Green dives on it. Tony Graham's got it. Handballs over to Urquhart. Urquhart half back for West. Kicks up long, but he only goes as far as Jason Clark. And Jason, I was pretty critical of you in the second semi-final, but I think you've had a pretty good game today. Jason Clark, he kicks on. He's looking long. They're looking for, who were they looking for there?
We're looking for Bennett, but he wasn't in the contest at all. He allowed the West play to go up, and he dropped a fairly easy mark in the end.
All right, so half forward, about 35 metres out from the Pennant Hills goal, and if they get an early one, the floodgates might start. There's the bounce. No one gets a decisive knock, and it just goes out of bounds. Half forward for Pennant Hills. In the ruck, Odgers and Bennett both have had great games for their respective clubs today. Oh, a bit of a shove
out
there by Bennett, so the free kick will go to Odgers. Odgers, half back, he's goes across the ground and finds Tassie Freeney. He drops it, the sun in his eyes. He plays on. He just gets his boot to the ball, goes toward the wing, and a great mark there by Brent Costello, who I think has been West's best player today. Costello, he kicks up forward looking for Partridge. Partridge went under the ball, goes over to Jason Catlin. Catlin gives it to Wheatley, and Wheatley just kicks it out of bounds on the full. And just getting Wilkinson back on the mark. It's Costello again. He's looking for Beverstock taken under the ball again. Chris Yard, he's had a great game up in the back line, and he kicks it out of bounds on the full again.
Must be the traction out there for them, Simon.
Well, I think when Coach Barrett said keep it wide, he didn't mean that wide. The inbound free kick from Costello goes to Palfreyman. Palfreyman just the forward side of the wing. No one's moving around. He's looking for, it's Caitlin now on Wheatley, and Wheatley takes a mark. Little chip over to Carey, who takes a mark behind Blake McDonald. Now
looking for the switch again, Simon.
He kicks long, looking for Bennett, who misses out on the grab. Harrison gets it, knocked out by West, knocked out again. It's Bennett, too slow. Freeney picks it up. He tries to give the handball out. Harrison kicks it off the ground. McDonald's in there trying to get it out. Oh, picked up beautifully by Wilkinson.
Great
Going
kick.
to the centre, Randall Green. Takes the mark. Greeny's kicked 2 goals today.
That was a terrific kick by Wilkinson. Top of the square.
Randall, the leading goal kicker for the league this year. He has a shot. It looks.
Oh, I think he might have missed here,
1
Simon.
point.
He has.
And
let his side down. Great work. Lead up play to that. And to miss a goal right out in front, 35 metres out. Disappointing end result.
So Randall, I think very disappointed with that one. Eggersley, we see Paul Casey getting ready to come up for West. Eggersley goes to Paul Freeman. Paul Freeman, the little chip over the top to Blake McDonald. And they're on half-back. Blake McDonald looking for Lee Urquhart or Partridge. Partridge takes the mark in front of Clarkey. Partridge,
He's got to go over the mark now.
He runs around, he gets past, goes to Urquhart, he gives the ball over to Costello. Costello has a look, he goes long looking for Lenton, he can't get there. And the ball is bounced out and big blow Costello's come off. He's obviously got...
Interesting tactic.
He's got a sore leg from having so many kicks. But he's off the ground. Partridge picks up and wears fresh air shot from Dicko. Blake McDonald, he just dropped it, then he threw it. Wheatley to Harrison. Harrison, Bennett not in front, but makes a great contest to the ball and probably a bit unlucky in the final result. Half-back, Tomlinson. Oh, he's kicked it straight to Barnaby Howarth.
Great mark, Barnaby Howarth. Good pressure by Joey.
Blake McDonald injured for West. And Greg Masters, the horse. So the 3 fresh reserves are on. Because that's how everyone treats them, aren't they, like fresh reserves?
Very crucial player coming off there.
Yeah, Blake McDonald, Freeney, he kicks it over to... who's that over there? That's Jason Caitlin. Caitlin kicks up long. Oh, Yardy, I thought you might have been able to go for that one. Oh, Johnny Murray! Through!
Oh, he's giving it straight back to
Straight
West.
to Blythe. Blythe goes long. There's Gooley. Lyndon at the back. Beverstock chose the mark. Lyndon. And it's knocked out and out of bounds. While the breeze is now starting to be swirly. Forward pocket for Western Suburbs. Partridge over to Paul Casey. First touch on the ground. Dicko, he knocks it on. Gives it over to Horse. He's lost the ball in the tackle.
Great
Carey
turnover.
keeps running. Over to Wilkinson. Wilkinson over the top. He in fact does that. And he finds good old Patrick Matthews. He's had a pretty good game. Matthews, he's just found out Tomlinson. Wouldn't pick it up.
Too high.
Chris Marr. Chris Marr has just been absolutely poleaxed. And we'll get the free kick. Chris Marr, he's about, he'll kick from inside 50. He'll have the breeze. He really should put it through. It's a beautiful kick for goal. Chrissy Marr to get Pennant Hills within 1 point. Kicks it long, won't get the distance, but was off line and 1 point. So 2 wasted opportunities so far, Damien.
Certainly has been, Simon, but there is a lot of time left in this last quarter. Pennant Hills just need to keep settled. I'm sure it'll come for them.
Oh, and bit of a altercation there. Carey, little chip over. Ollie's only found horse. And Greg Masters for West. And there's 50. There's a bit of undisciplined play. Maybe the tide's turning.
West certainly have lifted in this last quarter, Simon. Pennant Hills just don't seem to have quite the same composure they had in the third quarter.
I think, do you feel that Pennant Hills might have thought the win would just do it for them?
Could have been something they maybe thought that was going to happen as they had a good second
Jason
quarter.
Catlin, I thought he took the mark there. Not paid. Play on. Ball's on the ground. Oh, Carey, you don't have a look. You just go get the ball, son. Picked up by, I think it was Paul Casey for, or Jason Catlin for Western Suburbs, and he's just kicked it out of bounds on the full. So Howarth, he'll bring the ball back in for Pennant Hills. He's on the back pocket, and they just chip it around. Wheatley takes the mark.
Actually, Simon, the breeze feels like it's changed a little bit, so it's virtually coming straight directly across the ground towards the camera.
And Carey, they seem to be doing a touch of the Essendons. And Yard, looking for Jason Clark, or even over the back. Harrison, he's got a paddock, left foot, kicks in looking for Brawny. Oh,
Gosh.
well, Polly, he didn't want to know anything about the ball. Jason Clark keeps going. Tremendous play. Tremendous. Oh! Alex, headland, has a shot. Hit the post. And it's hit the post. So it's only the 1 point.
Well, where's the advantage in that side, you wonder?
The advantage was if he didn't get clear go with the ball, but you can't say, well, because you're a dud kick, we'll bring the ball back. Headland hits the post. So, and that now makes the score.
Great mark by Bennett.
One
with the
goal.
kick out. Could have
Bennett.
been almost 50 then. Lynch didn't give the ball back properly.
So Bennett got it from Eckersley. There's 5 points in it. Bennett goes long. Brawny's up there, Randall Green. Rover required. Knocks it out. Wilkinson can't get it. Brawny tries to keep it in. And the umpire says, no, you don't.
Pennant Hills needs to clear out their forward line a little bit. It's very crowded.
A lot of West jumpers there. A lot of West jumpers there. Last quarter, we're about 10 in. Cormac, he runs back in towards the goals. Oh, that was going to be pretty close. Eckersley, he gets it over to Polly. Polly over to Palfreyman. Palfreyman's been on his own most of the game. He gets over to Scotty Tomlinson. Tomlinson plays on, runs round Marr. Kicking long, looking for Partridge. Goalie, he's coughed it up. He goes onto his left foot and looks for the security.
No one there for him to kick to, so the smart
boundary
play
line.
to go with, Simon. Terrific contest this. West still hanging on, fighting hard. Pennant Hills just waiting to get that breakthrough, which they can't seem to get at the moment.
All right, here goes the ball in. It's Bennett, and it goes to Regan. Regan kicks long. Brawny might have the run. It might bounce the wrong way. It does. Brawny gets it. He gives it
There
over
it
to
is.
Randall. Randall's going to run into goal.
And they're in front.
And put it through. Pennant Hills are in front for the first time today.
Terrific roving by Tony Regan then. Just sat there waiting underneath front and square of the pack. Ball came straight to him. Great kick. Ball for Childers bounce.
How much did Brawny want it?
I think he wanted a lot.
He wanted it a lot.
Terrific play.
All right, so we're getting a great goal there. There's 1 point in it. Pennant Hills 11-10-76. Western Suburbs 10-15, 75. The ball is bounced. Off they go. West have got it with Paul Casey. Paul Casey kicking it long. Beverstock does the run out. Fiddler, he likes kicking goals too, but he's missed this one. He's missed the whole lot. Fair dinkum. It was pretty ordinary kick there by Fiddler. Rotten Ronnie wouldn't be happy with that one. So here's the ball in. You've got Partridge. Regan does the right thing. He gets the ball out. Landon stops it. They're all over him. He'll get the free kick. Yes, he might have fallen over, but he fell on top of him. Landon. So Landon, half forward, about 50 metres out. Oh, his leg's gone. And there's a West player being carried off near the goal square. Someone's off for West. I can't pick him up. It might be Fiddler. And Landon's going to have a shot to go. Comes in. He's kicked it out of bounds. On the full. On the full. Holmes is on, and I think Fiddler's gone down for West. Landon missed that easy shot. Well, not easy. He was probably under a bit of pressure. Pennant 11-10. West 10-15. Kicking by Carey. Partridge flies. Yard gets the ball. He gets it out. And it's another. Landon's down again. They're in more trouble than the early settlers, West. So we've got Lenton's down. We think that Blake Fiddler on the back. Fiddler on the back. He's been over in the far point post. Fiddler's been carted off that side, and West are after a bit of free time here. Well, it's all happening here, Damien. Lenton's gone down again. It's the second time, and here's the knock in. No one can get the ball. Lenton's in a lot of trouble.
He looks very sick and sorry, doesn't he?
Meady bounces the ball. It's Odgers. He takes it out of the ruck. Tries to give the handball over. Lenton's done.
Miracle.
Oh, a miracle cure. I don't know what they gave him, but it's certainly it's a miracle cure what they gave Lenton then, as if he rose from the dead. And I didn't realise that the game was being played on Easter Sunday. The ball, Carey, he gets away, gives it over to Marr, back to Carey, looks for the kick, kicking long, looking for Bennett. Bennett hasn't got it, goes to Urquhart, Urquhart over to Masters, Masters kicks longest and half forward. Somebody required it, Costello, he's back on the ground. Oh, Pennant, they look like they just wanted a bit more. I reckon we've been playing about 10, 12 minutes.
Free kick in the ruck.
Haven't played any all day.
Very
Suddenly
interesting.
they pull one out. A lot of tired players out there, Damien.
Oh yeah, very terrific contest today. Been battling all very hard, especially working to the wind. Difficult for both teams. Oh, he's kicked into the man of the mark.
He's kicked into the man of the mark.
Oh,
Urquhart gets it. They butted up from it. Costello's got the ball. Lenton can't run, and I don't think they've got a bench to put anybody on. Kick over the top to Sean Blythe. Blythe goes a bit over the top. Oh, it's found Gooley.
Had two players on his own. Poor kick though.
He looked for Cormac. He looked for Tomlinson. He found Gooley. Wrong team. Oh, you could be in trouble here, Michael Carey. Oh, Brent Costello got up. He's kicked
it on the full.
He's kicked it on the full. Take us through that one, Damien.
Extraordinary piece of play. The ball so close to the boundary line. I think he forgot where he was for a moment then, Simon. And kicked the ball well into the crowd.
All right, we've got Carey, half back for Pennant Hills. He's got the free kick, and it resulted to a free handball. Where has he handballed that to? Gooley, they're mucking around with it. Pennant Hills. They do ask him to kick it, he does so. It's a long bomb. Pennant, he's up against 2. Just keeps down. Greg Masters has got the ball. He gives a hand, but he's caught with the ball. Harrison, he passed it on to Colville. Colville with Masters are all just going, it stacks on the mill. And he goes, give me the ball. I want to ball it up.
A lot of very tired players out there, Simon. A lot of hands on hips.
Most players can't lift their legs at this stage. Bennett and Hodges in the ruck. Partridge at the back. Oh, Bennett just goes through. Oh, good stuff, Joey Cormack. Gave it over to Lynch. Lynch to Landon. Landon to Blythe. Blythe is going to go long. Chris Yard, you're required. And he takes the mark.
All day he's been down there doing that. Terrific work by Chris Yard.
He gives it over to Johnny Murray. He takes a bounce. Johnny kicks it long, looking for the boundary line.
Too.
Because
no one
Jason
out there for
Caitlin was the only one there for West. 11-10, 76 Pennant Hills. Western Suburbs 10-15, 75. I reckon we've been playing about 15 minutes into the last quarter of this 1996 grand final. Chris Yardy gets another tap. He's had a great game. Polly, he tries to bust him. He does so. Gives it straight on to Casey. He had a look. Gave it over to Clark. Clark for Pennant Hills. Handballs it back to Beverstock. Beverstock, it's up and under. Costello can't take the ball.
Oh, terrific play, Barnaby House. Got the kick
clear
out.
it.
They got numbers out here, Simon.
Gooley, he just needs to have a look. He's got heaps of time. Landon off the ground. Hodges goes long. Joey Call. I want to ball it up.
A lot of very tired players out there, Simon. A lot of hands on hips.
Most players can't lift their legs at this stage. Bennett and Hodges in the ruck. Partridge at the back. Oh, Bennett just goes through. Oh, good stuff, Joey Cormack. Gave it over to Lynch. Lynch to Landon. Landon to Blythe. Blythe is going to go long. Chris Yard, you're required. And he takes the mark.
All day he's been down there doing that. Terrific work by Chris Yard.
He gives it over to Johnny Murray. He takes a bounce. Johnny kicks it long, looking for the
Smart
boundary
kick
line.
too.
Because
no one
Jason
out there for
Caitlin was the only one there for West. 11-10, 76 Pennant Hills. Western Suburbs 10-15, 75. I reckon we've been playing about 15 minutes into the last quarter of this 1996 grand final. Chris Yardy gets another tap. He's had a great game. Polly, he tries to bust him. He does so. Gives it straight on to Casey. He had a look. Gave it over to Clark. Clark for Pennant Hills. Handballs it back to Beverstock. Beverstock, it's up and under. Costello can't take the ball.
Oh, terrific play, Barnaby House. Got
They
the kick
clear
out.
it.
They got numbers out here, Simon.
Gooley, he just needs to have a look. He's got heaps of time. Landon off the ground. Hodges goes long. Joey Cormack by himself. West.
Crucial kick this. I don't think
This
he'll
is
make the distance.
An absolute titanic battle. Joey will be lucky to make the distance, I think.
Oh, he's got short.
He has gone short, and he's found Jason Caitlin.
In a better position, Simon, but still very tough distance to make it from with this breeze.
Caitlin will kick from over 40 metres out. You'd want the tall timber back there, and off goes Partridge.
Bit of turn around, Mick.
Caitlin comes in, kick. Somebody at the front of the pack could have taken the mark. The ball spills out. Caitlin butters up on his kick. Oh, geez, he gave one there to Wilkinson. Well, Wheatley handballs it out of bounds.
Just absolutely fantastic contest.
It just sounds
this.
like the Melbourne Football Club with that clapping. Ball in. We've got Yard. Hodges over the top.
Beverstock behind.
Colville, he's the one who's buttering up for Pennant Hills, and again he looks for the security of the boundary line. I reckon we've been playing about 18 or 19 minutes in this last quarter. And a terrific game. of course, CUB, great sponsors of the New South Wales AFL and the Sydney Football League. Out of the pack, on the full.
As Joey Cormack, great play, just couldn't get the ball to land on the right part of the boot. He goes straight through for the goals.
So Johnny Murray, he will take the free kick. And Ronnie wants Joe to do something. Johnny Murray from the back pocket. And it must seem an eternity to get it up the other end of the ground. Kicks it long. At the back, Bennett punches it out of bounds. So they're now half back line of the Pennant Hills Footy Club. They're 1 point in front. They've got heaps of time left, but gee, I think they'd like to be a bit further in front, Damien.
I think they would be, Simon. They'll be looking to get the ball down their forward line as quick as possible.
Jason Clark, Regan couldn't get it. Hodges just burrowing in there. The ball falls loose. Lynch leading the race to the ball, and again it's out of bounds.
West really fighting hard here. They're trying to keep the ball in their forward line. They're not letting it get out.
Earlier victories by 5 points and 2 points.
Could be another close one.
Ball knocked out. Couldn't get it. Joey's out, picked it up. He's had a shot, the field medalist.
He's kicked it.
He's put it through. It's a goal to West.
Maybe that's what Ronnie was calling for. Joey to kick the goal. He's done it.
That's what Ronnie wanted.
Terrific
and
play.
Joey delivered.
West just hanging on here in a terrific display of guts and determination.
So Joey kicking his first goal for the match. Western Suburbs. And now 11-15, 81. Pennant Hills, 11-10, 76.
Still plenty of time, I reckon, Simon, for Pennant Hills to get back.
Well, this has just been there's been 1 goal each in this last quarter. Who's in the middle?
Oh,
Mick
penalty.
Partridge. You were caught, Mick. Yard. He
Get
needs
along.
to kick it long.
Looking for
He
Headland.
does. He's looking for Bennett at the back. Can't get it. Knocked on by Amar. Intercepted by Urquhart. He goes over to Palfreyman on the wing. Regan needs to get the ball for Pennant Hills. Just towed along by Palfreyman. Handball by Regan. Still is. It's now out of bounds. And you can see lying on the ground over there is Adam Fiddler. He got poleaxed up near the point post after he missed that shot for goal early in the quarter.
Good knock.
Great knock. Well intercepted there by Palfreyman. Now Brawny for Pennant Hills. He's got a bit of time. He's got a bit of space. And he's got a bit of pace as well. But his accuracy is just not there on the radar. Caitlin handballs over to Greg Masters. Masters finds... Yeah, we need a beer. Masters finds Lynch. Take us through it, Damien, while I get some refreshments.
Okay, Lynch kicks towards the forward line, looks for Beverstock.
Oh, 3, give us 3.
Great grab by Beverstock. In front, too strong. He'll take his time and settle down now and try and kick this ball for around 52, 53 metres.
Oh, 10 minutes, I suppose. What do you want?
$1, mate.
So,
Beverstock usually a pretty big kick for goal.
so.
Oh, he sprayed it to the left there. And it's out of bounds on the full.
Out of bounds on the full there. Got the refreshments for the celebratory drink after the game. Well done by the Borkham Mills Club today, looking after us. All right, so there's no score there. Still 81-76 to Western Suburbs. The ball's kicked out. Bennett, is he?
Beverstock's taking the mark.
Man in front. And Bever can barely get up. He's doing the old stamp the ground trick. Bever missing that last one. And he will now, he's a bit further out than before. He'll still try and kick it long. Got under it a bit.
Partridge.
Looking for Partridge at the back and takes
There
the
it is.
mark. West are starting to find something.
Simon Partridge has been fantastic all day today. Third quarter, he was instrumental in keeping West in the game. This last quarter, just another terrific effort.
So Partridge. Oh, he's kicked it and it might swing round.
I think he's missed it.
Hasn't. 1 point to Mick Partridge.
Pennant
to
get a
make
goal. It'll be a draw.
Oh, he might be into extra time. Johnny Murray from fullback. They just got to get the ball up to Bennett. Just kick it out. He does so. Partridge is in front. So's Yard. Yard takes the mark. No, play on. Not contested. My ball, says umpire Mead. Umpies probably haven't done too bad a job.
Not too bad, Simon. Couple of semi-controversial decisions, but they've had a good day today, I think.
Dixon kicks it out. Tomlinson gives a handball to Polly. Polly's handball's intercepted. Chris Marr picks it up. He's going for horses not in front. West got it. Runner required by Pennant if they want to score a goal. Costello, he's on it again. Over Caitlin's head. Urquhart went out without it. And Dixon.
He's played the mark. I don't think he held it, but he has.
Oh, Dicko. He needs to go long. There's Bennett.
Push out.
In the push.
No.
He played for it.
Important ball, this one.
It goes to Urquhart, to Chrissy Marr, and it's out. 40 metre, 50 metre area for
Costello's come off.
Costello's got cramps again.
And
Brad
Freeney's
Freeney's
come back on.
Hodges, he gets a tap off the ground by Masters. Oh, it's a very scrambly affair.
West will try and bottle up here and keep it towards the boundary line, I would say, Simon.
Very scrambly affair this last quarter, but only from tiredness. It's been a great contest. One of the better SFL Grand Finals over the last couple of years. Generally they're blowouts. Here come West. It's in Sean Blythe. He kicks long. He's looking for Beverstock, and Beverstock has taken the mark. Bever's got it. And he's in within kicking distance too.
I'd say take a fair bit of time here, Simon.
Bever has kicked 1 goal today, 1 goal too.
Umpire's playing time on anyway.
And Bever's now lining it up. This could blow it out to 12 points.
Kicks this, Simon, I'd say game could be well and truly over.
Bever comes in, has a kick.
He's kicked it.
He's jarred it. To go to West. They're steadied. I think maybe Pennant Hills thought that the wind would do it. Recedes, he's coming on for Pennant Hills, and Beverstock kicks his 2nd goal. What do Pennant Hills have to do, Damien?
Simon, they've got to get the big punch out of the centre. Bennett's got to get into the centre square quickly and hopefully get a quick kick down to the forward line where Hetland or Green will be able to take a mark.
Wheatley, he's off for Recedes. Here's the bounce of the ball. I reckon they've been playing about 20, 25 minutes. I don't reckon there's much time left. He's just dropped it, umpire.
There's the siren. And West of the Premiers.
West have won. West of the Premiers for 1996. They've won.
And it's a grand invasion.
16, 88 to Pennant Hills, 11, 10. 76, a 12-point victory to West, and I must admit halfway through the last quarter they looked like they had it shot to pieces. Pennant Hills, when they actually got to the lead.
Disappointment for Pennant Hills. Struggled hard all day, looked like they were going to get on top. Maybe they thought they were going to have the Breeze do a little bit too much of the work from the last quarter, but West absolutely fantastic. The result was magnificent. They worked so hard in that last quarter, kept working the ball up their forward line. The results paid off. And congratulations to Ron Thomas and his team. Terrific effort.
Yes, terrific coaching effort there by Ron Thomas, the coach of the year for the Sydney All-Stars. And of course, being the winning coach, will probably get the rep game next year. For Pennant Hills, magnificent in defeat. They really played well. I really thought that when they got in front, they thought that was it. It had just happened, but you just got to keep pushing, keep going. Let's just go through the final scores. West 12, 16, 88. Pennant Hills 11, 10, 76. Goal kickers for Western Suburbs, and as I'm doing the goal kickers, of course you can come up with the best players for the day. Damien Manuel Lynch kicked 3. Jason Beverstock 2, Brent Costello got 2, Nathan Lenton got 2, singles to Joey Cormack, Nick Partridge, vital goals in that last quarter, and Dale Hodges. While for Pennant Hills, 3 to Craig Headland and Randall Green, and then singles to Simon Harrison, Michael Carey, Anthony Braun and Peter Bennett. Overall, great game of football, and let's just go through it. Where did West finally win it at the end?
I think, Simon, they just won it through their sheer determination, their ability to work the ball up the wing of the on the other side of the ground. Players like Partridge, Cormack, these types of players really work the ball up into the forward line very well, and guys like Beverstock and those types of players up the forward line really gave them some people to kick to. For Pennant Hills, I thought the best players were players like Chris Maher. Young Chris Maher, I thought he had a terrific game today. Tony Regan was terrific in the middle around the back line. Jason Clark worked hard off the half back line. Barnaby Houth, another young player, had a good game. I thought Headland was terrific for 3.5 quarters. He really worked hard up in the forward line. But
Chris Yard, terrific game.
Oh, terrific game. He really worked hard, especially down. Braun, I thought, was fantastic.
Braun, he played pretty well as well. And Peter Bennett never stopped trying all day.
That's right.
To try and give him a bit of focus and somewhere to kick. For Western Suburbs,
I thought, as you said, Western Suburbs, I thought Joey Cormack was fantastic around the middle. Partridge was great. The big ruckman in Hodges, he worked hard well. It was a good contest between the two ruckmen. Down back, Tony Graham was good. Really great effort all around from both sides. It was hard to pick a dominant player for the whole 4 quarters. Probably you're looking towards the Mick Partridge. I thought also that Costello was fantastic as well. He was terrific. Came off, I'm not sure what for, maybe he had a couple of cramps there, but he was really fantastic. And probably he would have been just about best on ground with maybe Joey Cormack and Mick Partridge.
All right, so out here at Wagner, you can see that the Western Suburbs crowd are very, very happy. It's been 20 years since their last premiership, and I think there'll be celebrations all night and maybe most of the week for the Western Suburbs boys. And it's Ronnie Thomas's second winning premiership. So congratulations to Western Suburbs, and commiserations to Pennant Hills. There has to be a winner, there has to be a loser, but they were certainly gracious in defeat. We might just take a break and we'll be back in.
Tony Graham.
Unfortunately, there always has to be one loser. I'm pretty pleased today that it wasn't us. We've put a lot of work in this year. We've worked very hard all season. I've been with the club 6 years now, and I can look around and see a few faces that have been there just as long. To Ronnie, he's worked very hard this year and in previous years as well. Luckily, we haven't had quite the side we had this year. It was really good to see the boys come up today. So to the boys, well done. You deserve everything in the world.
Wait for Tony. Wait for Tony.
The umpiring was atrocious. 6 months at the moment. See what happens. Hurry up, Adam.
flags up. Let's get all the Wesley supporters out, boys. Hey, boys. Fucking thanks for the ear, horsey. Nice getting away present. Good bring it in, boys.